Ah, yes, Coop. We finally made it. The NBA playoffs are here, and the Dallas Mavericks are here. Welcome into Mavericks Today. I am Harrison Graham. He's Jeffrey Cooperstein. Game 1, Mavericks versus Clippers, live here on YouTube. We'll have full play-by-play action, highlights, stats, and updates throughout this one as we're going to react authentically to give you the best action out there. And I'm excited, Coop, and some big news off the bat. No Kawhi Leonard. He has been ruled out. I think the last 48 hours it was pretty clearly trending that way, but that is official. He is out. We'll see what his status is moving forward, but it doesn't seem great. Hasn't participated in like full 5-on-5 contact yet, so I don't know. The Kawhi injury bug strikes again for Los Angeles.
It's very strange, the whole Kawhi thing. It seemed like there was no concern throughout the week, and now all of a sudden there's major concern that he's not going to be available. So who knows what's really going on. As of right now, he hasn't been through contact, so it doesn't even seem like he's going to play in Game 2, if I had to guess right now. So it definitely huge for the Mavs, and it means they need to take advantage.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If he misses both these games, at minimum, you got to split. If not, try to win both. And by the way, it's getting chippy late between Miami and Boston. And no shock there as Caleb Martin kind of undercut Jason Tatum there. No love lost there. I'm sure Smitty and Rolly won't have words about that.
Yeah, they're going to fight each other after this game, but now, let's focus on the Mavs and the Clippers here. Shout out your city. Let us know where you're watching us from today. We're right here in the Chat Sports Studios in Dallas, Texas, home base.
Let's go, baby.
Just about a mile away from the American Airlines Center. We are pumped for this one, baby.
Shout out your city. Shout out your country if you're watching international. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We know Ty Man the Buckeye is ready to go. Shout out to Ty Man. We got Astray in Columbus. We got Tibor in Slovenia.
Slovenia from Ljubljana. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Tibor.
We got our boy Richard Lee, always in our chats. Mavericks Today, real one, who's watching.
Ishmael from Jackson, Mississippi. Luka, Long Balls in Longview, Texas. Ty Man, yo. Say Quads, Barkley in Fort Worth, Texas, just down the street. Richard's calling a 50-point triple-double from Luka Doncic, by the way.
He does love to do that against the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm not sure I'll call a 50-piece, but
I'll call a 30 trip.
Is 40 out of the question?
I don't think it's out of the question. Paul B. in San Francisco. I was actually there last weekend. Jamal says Mavs by 30. That'd be awesome. It'd be nice to get a comfortable win. We were just talking about this before the show started, Coop. Other than Knicks-Sixers, these first opening games of this opening round of the playoffs, not that competitive.
Yeah, and the home team has won every game so far, so how about the Mavs break that trend? That would be quite nice to see. No Kawhi Leonard. I think the Mavs have a good chance. Mavs are 3.5-point favorites right now to win this game, so hopefully they can get it done, take care of business in Game 1, get off on the right foot here.
Got Matthew in Dallas, Kaylee in Louisiana. Continue to shout out your city, shout out your country. Hey, listen. The NBA playoffs are here. The action is heating up. Why not even make it more fun, more entertaining, especially for games that aren't involving your teams, but even ones that are, including this one coming up. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. And Coop and I have cooked up a little play for this one here to kick things off. A little 3-player entry for Luka, Kyrie, and Paul George. We're going to take more than 52.5 points for points, rebounds, and assists for Luka. 52.5 points, more or less, for points would be a while, but we'll take the more on points, rebounds, assists there.
I might have taken the more if that was just points anyways.
Kyrie Irving, 25.5 points. And then little goblin pick to lower the Paul George to 19.5 points. Love that play because with Kawhi out, that feels like a lock to hit there. So if you hit Luka, Kyrie as well, you're going to win about 4x your money on this entry, as usually 3-player entries are 5 times, but goblins lower the pick, so lowers the payout a little bit, but it's easier to hit. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. You got NHL playoffs. You got Major League Baseball underway. UFC fights going on every single weekend. Go check it out. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. There's a link in the comments and in the description takes 90 seconds to sign up, 60 seconds to get an entry in. You can use the code to get a $100 deposit match. You are good to go. Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy made easy. Link is in the live chat. All right, who you guys got in game one here? DAL for the Mavericks, LAC for the Los Angeles
Better
Clippers.
see all DALs in the chat right now, baby.
Let's go. Let's get some Dallases in the chat.
Also, I think we broke a new record here. We have someone watching from Bangladesh. Loves the Mavs, so shout out.
Love that, Koenig. Koenig Khan.
Let's go, baby. I'm so excited. It's been 2 long years. Last year sucked, man.
It was horrible.
I'm glad they got to 50 wins this year. They're in the postseason, the top 6 seed. We're minutes away from tip-off here. I can't wait to get started.
Probably 15 to 20 minutes away. I know it's 2:30 Central, but that really means 2:40 ESPN time. You know how that goes. So we'll get you ready for tip-off.
ESPN's a different time zone.
Exactly. The Celtics did just finish off the Heat 114 to 94. So that game is in the books. We'll get some shout-outs here. Tybor's going with Dallas, so is Slav. Gerardo says, I have a feeling Clippers winning game 1. Pin my comment.
I'm not going to pin the comment. You're wrong.
I'll tell you what. We have a super chat menu. I'll have fun here. $50 will pin someone's comment, and then it's $50 to replace that pinned comment if you want to be the pinned comment. We'll have some fun. $50 to pin a comment. Here's our super chat menu. Pretty simple today. Any super chat that comes through, we will give you guys a shout out. $5. Let's go Mavs. Let's go Mavs. $10. We'll crack open a beverage and beer cheers you. $20. Get the beer bongs going. Let's go. We got the Merbongo ready to go. We'll slam some drinks. We'll have some fun. So
if you don't know how to super chat, it's the little money icon with the rectangular box around it. You just click that, pick whatever number you want. You can put a message in there as well.
There you go.
There it is.
Do it. $50 American to pin your message. As long as you're not promoting something crazy in the chat, we will pin that for you. All right, Coop. This is how we think the playoff rotation is going to look for the Dallas Mavericks. No surprise on the starting 5 here. You got Exum. Dereck Lively, good to go, by the way.
Yes.
We'll see how much he plays in game 1, but doesn't sound like there's much restrictions there. Obviously, he hasn't played in about 3 weeks, so we'll see how many minutes he plays. But Maxi Kleber, Tim Hardaway, Josh Green. Tim Hardaway Jr. is available. He flied a day later because he was dealing with an illness, but he is active and ready to go today, so we'll see how much he plays. Obviously, Coop, I think a couple of things I'm keeping my eye on. One, how much does Jason Kidd play D-Live and Maxi Kleber? How does kind of that go behind Gafford? Does Kleber play strictly 4? Does he play some 5? And 2, between Josh Green and Tim Hardaway Jr., who plays more, and what does that look like in terms of balancing minutes with Dante Exum as well?
Yeah, number 1, I think Kleber's actually going to get the majority of the minutes at backup 5 today for the reason you outlined just a few seconds ago with Dereck Lively not playing in the last couple of weeks. I do believe Kleber will get the majority of the backup minutes. Lively will play a little bit, but it wouldn't shock me at all to see Kleber play the majority of those and even be the closing center as well. So look out for that. And as far as Hardaway and Green goes, I would say Green plays the majority of the minutes today simply because Hardaway was sick and didn't practice the last couple of days, didn't fly with the team, actually flew yesterday. So I would be surprised if he played more than 10 to 15 minutes, and I think Green will get those as well.
That should be interesting. We know this is the starting 5 for the Los Angeles Clippers with Kawhi Leonard out. Amir Coffey going to get the nod, so James Harden, Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey there. You got Paul George and Zubats in the front court. We wondered, are they going to go with a mega guard lineup with Russell Westbrook, but they're going to keep him on the bench. The other option, who they did not opt with, who was that, Coop? Norm Powell.
Norm Powell, yes.
They're going to keep him off the bench as well. So I think Tyron Lue wants to keep Russ and Powell scoring on that second unit.
Norm Powell has a chance to be the second leading scorer for the Clippers in this series, given Kawhi's status. He has been a really good player off the bench for them. Look for him to do some damage as their 6th man.
That should be interesting to see how that goes. We're 20 subscribers away from 26,000. We'll crack open a beer once that happens as well. I got over 70 people watching so far. I bet at least a few of you guys aren't subscribed. If you aren't, we publish Mavericks videos almost every single day. We cover everything happening during the season, off-season coverage as well. As soon as the season's over, we'll continue to ramp up our content with free agency, trade rumors, and the draft. Also, Mavs do have a second-round pick, so we'll see if they do anything with that. But also, we want to go live for as many of these games as we can during the playoffs, ideally every game. So the more subs we get, that shows the bosses that we can do more live watch parties. So go ahead and subscribe. Let's make it happen. All right, Coop, biggest X factor for this series is
Dereck Lively.
Dereck Lively.
Yes, I'm going to go with Lively. I think simply because the Mavericks have the distinct advantage at the big man spot, given their depth. I think if you get 15 good minutes out of Lively a night, that's going to be so big because he is really physical, and there's no let-up between him and Daniel Gafford as far as the physicality goes. Lively as well, I think on offense, he provides you something in the pick and roll where if they're going to trap Luka, go 4-on-3, Lively catches it at the nail. Lively's a great passer from there as well, and he can kind of dish it out to the corners, or he can just go in for a dunk. So I think Lively is my X factor in this series. I believe if he plays well, that the Mavs are going to play well. You have the obvious in Luka and Kyrie, but I think outside of those two, Lively is the guy that really needs to play well.
Give us your thoughts in the chat. Who do you guys think is the biggest X factor? I'll go P.J. Washington, and the reason I say that is, one, he's going to have big tasks defensively now. I'll be curious to see who he guards today. I figured it would be Kawhi, but with Kawhi out, does he get the Paul George assignment?
What I think happens is I think Derek Jones will get the Paul George assignment, and I think P.J. Washington actually will get the James Harden assignment off the bat. That's kind of where I think it goes there. And obviously there'll be a lot of switching involved as well, so we'll see what happens with how the Mavericks want to play, especially on that pick-and-roll defense as well. But I do believe that P.J. Washington will be on Harden to start.
Interesting. So either way, he's going to have a big challenge defensively. Also, I think we saw Coop, the longer he was here, he's going to get open looks from three. He needs to make his fair share. I'm not saying if he shoots less than 40% from three, the Mavs are going to lose this series, but he can't shoot 27% either.
Agreed.
He's got to be able to be at least in the mid-30s from three, which the last 10 games or so, he was shooting the ball much better from the outside. He's going to get those looks. The Mavs need him to make his fair share of those. So if he could defend the way he has since coming here and shoot at least at an adequate clip from three-point range, I think the Mavs are going to be just fine because I expect Luka and Kyrie to average, a combined probably close to 60 points in this series. So, they need a third guy to consistently knock down shots, and I think Washington's someone who can provide just that.
Saquon Barkley says, when will Kawhi come back? Could be game 2, could be game 3, could be not at all. Never really know with Kawhi Leonard. He has not gone through contact in practice yet. He did some light shooting the other day. Tyron Lue says they're going to take it day by day, so whatever that means. I don't know. If I had to guess right now, I'd say he misses game 2. Do I think we'll see him at some point in this series? I do.
Yeah, I think at some point I expect him to play. But at the same time, Coop, it doesn't sound like there's huge progress being made either.
No, it doesn't.
Remember down the stretch, he missed the final 8 games, and it was this, almost feels more like load management. And then another week, 10 days goes by, and he's still not available.
No update.
So, he basically has not played, in 3 weeks now?
Yeah, it's a very strange thing. And by the way, tip-off will be at 2:40 on the dot, it looks like. So shout out to ESPN. Just tell us when the game is, man. Yeah. You don't have to say 2:30. You can say 2:40. So who knows what's actually going to happen with Kawhi, man. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. Mushroom says Lakers versus Clippers Western Conference Final. Well, I hope you're wrong.
I think both those teams lose in the first round. I think
so, too.
I think the whole, Lakers-Nuggets thing, yesterday is the perfect example of, and by the way, I like the video from what the Mavs beat the Clippers of. Yesterday was every game they play each other.
Absolutely.
The Lakers come out hot. They look like they're a good matchup for Denver, and then Jokic and Murray and those boys are okay, let's start playing now. Then they end up winning by 15.
Tyler Smitty in the building after a Celtics with they made it interesting there at the end there.
We took our foot off the gas. We got lazy. I'm not satisfied.
Not satisfied, job not finished.
Hey, that's great coach material heading into
I
game
love
2.
that.
Oh, did you see Caleb Martin?
Oh, yeah, we
Oh,
saw
yeah.
it. Disgusting.
That dirty bastard.
And there you have it from Mr. Tyler Smitty.
Is this still a sweep?
Amanda says, the Celtics fan, let's go Mavs. Shout out Amanda.
Hey, I would love to
Let's
see
go.
us in the finals. That'd be great.
That would be
Let's go.
fantastic.
That would end all our discussion.
I would love
Yes,
to see
that's-
us in the finals.
Let's go.
Unitive
go.
says, what happened with Greg Brown? Greg Brown has been out for the last month or so for personal reasons. Don't know exactly what's going on there. He's been on a 2-way contract for the Mavs.
Not a factor.
The second half of the season, not a factor. Ineligible for the playoffs anyways.
I'm not gonna
2 ways
lie.
can't play.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have it on my
Legend.
I didn't have it on my bingo card that we'd get a Greg Brown question.
But we
today,
are open to any and all questions around the Dallas Mavericks or whatever else you have.
especially if they are via Super Chat.
Luka Longball says, Coop and Harrison, I'll see you at halftime. Go Mavs. Shout out to you.
Hey, just hang out with us in the first half.
Yeah, hang out with us.
Mute your TV and hang out in the chat.
Noah Turner, my guy, says, I think the AAC has the best atmosphere overall NBA arenas.
It's a good atmosphere.
good
It's not
atmosphere.
the best in the NBA.
Especially in the playoffs, it's a good atmosphere. I do believe that the crypto for the Lakers, unbelievable atmosphere.
MSG is still tough.
MSG's great. Denver's great.
Low key, the new Sacramento
A
arena is up
couple ones
there.
I was going to say that are underrated. Sacramento and Utah, when those teams are good, they really get going.
Chase
as
Center
well.
isn't quite Oracle, but it's still good.
Still good. Portland's good as well. I do think the Mavs have a good atmosphere in the postseason.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the game 2 last year against Utah, or a couple years ago against Utah when Brunson had 41, that was the loudest I had ever heard the AAC, including the finals.
2 games that I went to that really stood out to me. Game 5 of that same series when the Mavs just drilled the Jazz to go up 3-2. And then they won Game 6 during the NBA draft.
Yes,
if
they
you
did,
remember.
yes. When
And
they
then,
left Bogdanovich wide open.
And he missed.
Choker. Exactly.
And then also, throughout the game, I wouldn't say it was the loudest, but the loudest single eruption I've heard at the AAC is when Vince Carter made the 3. I was at that game as well.
Yeah, that was my senior year in high school.
Over
that was a great
Spurs.
one, no doubt about it.
Mavs should have won that series, and the Spurs ended up winning a chip.
Good question from Tibor says, who gets
Hit the
more
like
minutes,
button.
Kleba or Lively? I think tonight it's Kleba. I think over the course of the series, though, it will be Lively.
I hope it's Lively. I'll trust Coop on this, that today it's going to be Kleba. It makes sense, given Lively. A, he's a rookie. B, he's had some heavy personal stuff going on. And C, he hasn't played in 3 weeks, but
Exactly.
I hope as the series and the playoffs. I'll put it this way. If Kleba's playing more than Lively throughout the course of the playoffs, he better be shooting the ball really well.
Better
from
be
three
shooting the lights out.
because
And he did that last year, honestly.
He did. He was great.
was
or 2 years ago. In the
2 years
playoffs.
ago, yeah. I keep saying last year. He was awful.
Last year doesn't count.
No, last year didn't even happen. 2 years ago, he was awful to end the season shooting-wise, and then in the postseason, all of a sudden, he kind of got it together until that Warrior series.
He's kind of a guy where if he sees 1 or 2 go in, it's such a confidence mental thing with him because
Absolutely
like
is.
you can tell like when he's hesitant to shoot the ball, and that's what he's been most of the season. But when he sees 1 or 2 go in, he could feel a little bit differently. So if you want a shout out, type me in the comments.
We're about 5 minutes away from tip-off, baby. Game 1 underway. Mavs playoff basketball is back. I'm so excited.
Like you said, last year never happened.
Last year never happened.
The only thing that happened last year was Dereck Lively.
We got Dereck Lively
And,
we got
Omax
Kyrie Irving.
Prosper.
That's what happened last year. Besides that, nothing else.
Type me if you want a shout out. Coop will get you some shout outs.
One thing I'm looking forward to in this game is to see how pumped up Luka Doncic is, because I think when he sees that Clippers logo and he sees the Clippers on the other side of the court, something just goes in his brain, and he just goes to a different mode.
Do you want an official Rolly statement?
Yeah, give me an official statement.
Tweet here. Tough loss, but today was never the day Miami wins. Regroup, make adjustments for Game 2 on Wednesday. I expect a 48-minute war on Wednesday.
Good official statement indeed.
I will say, I do kind of agree. It was 3rd game in 5 days for the Heat. Like,
They were never going to win.
you got
this
the
one.
extra day off before Wednesday. That's the game to win if you're Miami, to try and get into this series.
Shout out Ty Man the Buckeye. He's a real one.
Chad
Typing his
V.
name. Saquon's Barkley, 3rd year in a row they played each other. They did not play each other in 2022.
Yeah, it's actually 3rd year in 5 years.
Yeah, 3 and 5 because, again, last year didn't
2020, 2021. It's actually been 3 years.
Yes.
Crazy.
3 years. 21 was the last time when Marcus Morris tried to end
Now, it's
Luka.
3 of the last 4 Mavericks playoff appearances.
Yes, it is. They played 6 games the first time, 7 last time. Hopefully it's like 5 this time and the other
They
team
easily
wins.
could have won both of those series. First one, I wouldn't say easily, but they could
The
have.
second one, they were up 2-0. Then they got out to a 19-point lead in the first quarter of Game 3. And by the end of that first quarter, it was tied.
They were up 2-0. Should have won, or got up big in Game 3,
Should have won
lost.
Game 3.
Still, but despite that, got up 3-2, and still couldn't win a game at
Couldn't
home.
win a game at home. Yeah, Unitive asks, is Tim playing? I heard he was sick. He is available.
He's available.
We'll see
how
what
much
his
he
minutes
plays.
look like, but
I
he
think
is available.
it'll be telling if Green comes into the game before Tim. That tells me that A, he may not play at all, or he's not going to play much.
I think first guy off the bench is Dante Exum. Second guy off the bench is,
one of Tim, or
I'll say Maxey,
and then one of Tim,
and then
or
one of
Josh
Tim or Green. I
Yeah.
think that's how it's going to go.
Sounds right. Connor says me. What's up, Connor? Tiber says, I hope Tim doesn't play much. I'm kind of with you. I mean, look, he's still capable of giving you scoring, but it's been kind of few and far between, really, since January.
The way it's going to work is Tim will play in every game. And here's how Jason Kidd's going to play it. If he makes shots, he will play more. If he does not make shots, he will not. Plain and simple, that's how it's going to go.
Yeah, and that's how it should go, because when he's scoring, he's very valuable. When he's not, he doesn't give you much. He's not that good of a defender.
He doesn't give you defense. He doesn't really give you anything else besides his shot. Hopefully he doesn't take ridiculous shots like he likes to sometimes. It's playoff time, man. You got to be smart with every shot you take.
We are just minutes away from tip-off of Game 1, and if you want nonstop Mavericks videos all year long, hit the subscribe button. It's free. We don't charge you a dime. Subscribe today. We are 20 subs away from 26,000 here at Mavericks Today
Let's
by
go.
Chat Sports. So don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button. Coop and I got you covered every single day, 24/7, 365.
Noah Turner says, who do you think we will play if we win this series? The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Thunder. I don't expect the Pelicans, especially without Zion Williamson.
I think that could be a sweep, honestly. OKC will
Maybe Ingram and McCollum get one game, but I think the Thunder. I'll tell you what, for a team that does not have playoff experience, that's a pretty good draw without Zion Williamson.
No question about it.
Like if it was the Lakers or the Warriors, a team whose experience, like that would be trickier. But even Sacramento with their up-tempo play, but
the
Pelicans
Thunder got themselves a good draw here. It looks like a blackout here at the Crypt for the Clippers in the arena at least.
The Pelicans are honestly just a worse version of the Thunder.
Pelicans are not a good team. They shouldn't be in the playoffs.
I mean, they're a good
Without
team.
Zion, they're going to get embarrassed.
Well, yeah, without Zion, they're not very good. But that's like saying, I mean, obviously Zion's not Luka, but like if you took Luka off the Mavs, it's not.
Still have Kyrie.
Yeah, but
No, I know.
you're
maybe
probably
not.
where the Pelicans are. You're like the 9th seed.
Exactly. Sean Sarin says, beat the Clippers. Hopefully we do. As
We're about to get underway.
They're taking the court right here at the Crypt.
If you're ready to go, spam MFFL. Mavs fan for life.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's go. Spam MFFL. Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun.
Over or under 2 fights in this game? Not like fights, but kerfuffles.
I'll go under. I'll say there's one.
The Don typing his MFFL. Let's go, baby. Here we go.
Let's get it going in the chat.
We are here and ready.
Keep the chat active throughout the game. God, James Harden looks big right there. Look at that.
He does.
God, did he
Holy
put on 10 pounds since the season
My
ended?
goodness.
That is a big boy. He's playing. He could play fullback. It is Amir Coffey for the Clippers. James Harden, Terrence Mann, Paul George, Amir Coffey, Ivica Zubats for LA. For Dallas, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Derrick Jones Jr., PJ Washington, and Daniel Gafford. Those are your starting lineups. Coop, you're the ref guy. Who is the lead chief in
We
this
got
one?
David Guthrie and replay Ed Malloy on this one, as well as Carl Lane. And
Yeah.
we are underway.
Gafford wins the tip, and Doncic controls just inside the half-court line. Gets a screen for Derrick Jones and the switch on Paul George. Another screen from Kyrie. Luka, step back, jack, in and out.
I like that, though.
Early
Get the
trigger
switch
there.
on to Coffee.
Here comes Terrence Mann the other way. You're right, Coop. P.J. Washington
Yes.
guarding James Harden. Derrick Jones on Paul George. Zubats in the paint. Kicks to George. He'll take a three. Off.
Oh,
Got to
you
get the
grab that
defensive
board.
rebound. Clips kick it back out. Open three. Good. Got to get rebounds. That was lazy, too. They just let, was that man fly in?
Yeah, it was man flew in for the rebound. Didn't close out Coffee either.
Kyrie gets into the lane. Spin move. Fade away. No good. Here comes Harden the other way. Harden gets downhill into the paint. He tries to step back. Kicks it out. Coffee looking for the floater. Draws contact. No foul.
Good
Mavericks
on the
get
refs for
rebound.
not calling that BS. No flopping crap.
Here comes Luka. Gets a screen from Gafford. Luka lays it up
tough.
and in.
That was a bucket right
It looked
there.
like he was going to lob it to Gafford, and then he laid it off the glass. 3-2 Clips early. Minute and a half gone. Harden swings it over to man. Back to Harden. Zubats on the left block. Gafford bodying him up. Zubats just flails his arms up and gets a call.
Oh,
Johnson
let's go!
Yu with the super chat.
My man Johnson Yu.
Johnson Yu with the super chat. We'll stay on top of that clock as best as we can as well. 10:23.
Of course, our super chats aren't pulling right now.
We'll get that on when we can.
I'll get you, Johnson.
Paul George
man.
gets into the paint. Reverse layup. Goaltending from Gafford. Hit the glass first, so that'll count. 5-2 Clippers.
Little sluggish start offensively for the Mavericks.
Kyrie brings it across. It's a screen from Gafford. Passes it to Gafford, who gets stripped. It's knocked out of bounds. Dallas will maintain control.
My man Omar's burner in the chat. He is a Steelers talk legend. So shout out to Omar.
What's up, Omar?
Johnson Yu says Mavs need to come out strong. Yes, they do. No Kawhi.
Good pass by Gafford.
That's a foul.
Backdoor look to Kyrie, who gets fouled. I think they're going to call that in the act of shooting. Shout out Johnson Yu. It's a nice pass by Gafford, dude. Kyrie to the line for two. Irving was one of 5 players in the NBA this year that averaged 25 points per game and 40% or better from three. First one is good. 5-3.
Got to have a good Kyrie game here as well.
He's got to be good pretty much every game. Second free throw from Irving. As he takes his time here. Is up. And good. 5-4.
Kyrie 90%.
Oh, dirt court side. You love to see that.
It's
You
over.
love to see that. Coffee to Harden. Terrence Mann up top. Harden on the left wing. Gets it into Zubats. Trying to post up Gafford again. Goes with the left hand, lays it in. I'm having nightmares of Zubats, Coop. I got to be honest.
This cannot happen. We
Luka
cannot
gets a
have
screen
this
from
again.
Gafford. Thought about the step back. Crossover. Kicks it out. Gets it back. Drives downhill. Draws contact. Kicks it out. Washington. Corner three. Good!
Yes, sir. Let's go, Peach.
That's what we need from P.J. Washington. Some say the second most popular P.J. in DFW.
Some are saying.
Zubats at the top. Kicks it to the corner for Terrence Mann. Gets a screen. Zubats working on Gafford again. Good defense this time. He's shuffling the feet. It's got to be a travel. He gets a bucket, though. I'll tell you what, if Zubats is getting the better of Gafford, Coop, you might see more Dereck Lively. Luka step back three off again. Quick trigger there.
Early.
Good pass up court. That's 2 on Gafford. That's his second
he's
foul.
out.
He's going to have to check out.
It's not a good development.
Not good.
Not a good development for the Mavericks.
Get him out, Jason. 3.5 minutes in. You got to get him out. Shout out to Johnson.
Shout out to my guy Johnson, you baby. He says,
That's a beer bong, by the way.
He says, shout out to my fave producer. I am the New York Knicks now. Good luck charm, by the way. This year, I lost one game. And I would say I produced about 20 games.
Did you do 20 of those games?
Yeah, I would say. Maybe a little less, but...
Both free throws are good. Dereck Lively is in the game, so he gets in over Kleber.
Okay, interesting.
I think with Zubac's physicality early, that's the right move. I don't think Kleber can body up Zubats like that. Irving gets to his spot, short. Here comes the Clips the other way, 2-on-2. Good defense there.
Great
Wild
defense.
Attempt as Lively clears. Here comes Kyrie the other way. Mavs don't have numbers. Derrick Jones in the corner. Kicks it out to Luka. Euro step, back to Jones. Over to Washington. 3. Short.
Got to make those.
Clips are playing some pretty good help defense there. That was good ball movement from Dallas. Good defense from Washington on Paul George right here. As he goes back out. Gets a screen, swings it over. Harden being guarded by Doncic. Passes it off to Zubats, floats it in. Zubats was 6 points early, Coop. And Steve Ballmer's going nuts like it's Game 7 of the Finals.
If they can't stop Zubats, it's going to be a long series.
That's a problem, yeah.
It's going to be a long series.
Kyrie swings it over. Washington, pump fakes, pull-up floater, good.
PJ's great at those floaters. If he gets that going, that'll be
He's shooting the ball with confidence early, 2 of 3 from the field. Got to settle in here, only down 4. Harden brings it across. Look at Luka just giving him his right-hand dribble. Harden swings it to the corner. Paul George, catch and shoot 3, good. Washington was right there on him. Jason Kidd's going to take a timeout.
This is not what you wanted to see from the Mavericks on defense, especially.
Not a great start. I mean, Steve Ballmer's gassed.
Yeah.
You're 5 minutes into the playoffs, Steve.
Ballmer needs to chill.
Get the oxygen tank for the man. It's gonna be a long series, Steve-O.
Yeah, Mavs are gonna have to find a way to clamp down on defense because they just did not have it there for the first 5 minutes of this ball game. Clippers opened up a 7-point lead. No bueno.
Yeah, not a good start. All right, let's tell you about our sponsor on today's show. That is Prize Picks. The NBA playoffs are the perfect time to get started with Prize Picks because high stakes, why not have fun with it? PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less, and make some money. 2 to 6 player entries with Prize Picks at PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS as well. Coop, some other DFW players to mix things up here. A 2-player entry for Corey Seager and Jake Ottinger.
Yes, a little Sunday night baseball action for the Rangers tonight. I'm going to take the less on 1.5 total bases for Corey Seager. He's been cold as of late. So I'm going to take the less on that. Jake Ottinger tomorrow, 25.5 saves. Give me the more on that. I think the Stars still win Game 1, but hopefully Jake has a big game and the Stars can get a 1-0 lead in that series as well.
Playoff otter. Hopefully he comes up big. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. Link is in the live chat. It's easy. You pick 2+ players for any sports. You can cross over sports like we just did there. Basketball, baseball, hockey. Got season-long NFL stat projections from PrizePicks as well. Choose more, choose less, make money. You can get up to 100 times your money on certain entries right now. It is PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100. All right, Coop.
Our boy Johnson Yu was using Prize Picks, and he picked Daniel Gafford. He had a more, apparently, and Gafford already has 2 fouls, so that's in jeopardy.
Did you take more on the fouls?
That's in jeopardy.
Just some early stats here, Coop. P.J. Washington, 2 of 3, 5 points. Kyrie, 0 for 2. Does have a couple of points from the free throw line. Luka's 1 for 3. Both his misses from 3. You mentioned the Daniel Gafford, the 2 fouls. So the Mavs 3 of 9 overall, 1 of 4 from 3. On the flip side, Clips 6 of 9 overall, 2 for 3 from 3. So not really hard to figure out why they're ahead. Zubats, the X factor so far, Coop. We talked X factors before the game. He is 3 for 3. He's got 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist already.
Zubats cooked Daniel Gafford there early, got him into early foul trouble, and Lively had to come in. So hopefully that is not a trend that continues.
It can't
continue, exactly.
Coop, you want to do the first beer bong
I got you, yes sir. Let's crack her open here. Got a little Corona.
There you go.
For today.
$20 beer bong.
Shout out to Johnson U.
I'll do the next one. If someone wants to match Johnson U.
Shout out to my guy Johnson U.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what my big takeaways are early, other than they've not had an answer for Zubats. That's concerning. Offensively, I think the Clips have played pretty good team defense so far. I feel like the Mavericks have moved it around okay, but it's early. We're 5 minutes in.
It does concern me that Gafford just got absolutely barbecue chicken by him.
Yeah, not good. Like, it'd be one thing if Zubats was making tough shots, but he's just backing them down.
Correct.
And more than that, 2 fouls already, which means Lively's in the game early here. Let's see how he fares. Kyrie gets it over to Doncic. Lively hands off. Back to Luka. 4 on the shot clock. Got to go quickly here. Luka has to take a tough 2 and does and buries it. Wow. Not very good offense there, and Luka's able to bail him out. 5-point game.
Derek Jones picking up George like three-quarter court.
Washington and the grill of James Harden forces a deflection. Harden gets it back. Gets a screen from Zubats. Good defense here. Zubats at the elbow with 2 on the shot clock. He's going to have to throw it up. Oh, my God. If that
would
went
have made
in.
that.
That almost went in. Luka gets a screen from Lively. Getting downhill. Swing to the corner. Dereck Jones gets into the paint. Tough shot. I don't love that shot from Dereck Jones. I'd almost rather him just shoot that 3 off the catch.
Or go to the rim. Yeah, no, I don't like the floater there. Clippers really trying to spread it out.
Kawhi working on Luka. Lively coming over to help, but that means Zubats on a smaller player, and it's an and one. I mean, I just cannot watch 4 to 7 games of Zubats bodying the Mavs. I just can't do it.
It cannot happen.
My thing, too, is like, I get it. Luka on Paul George probably isn't a great matchup, but Lively cannot be the person helping there when Zubats is already cooking you.
If you have to throw a second body and freaking Zubats again, that will screw the series.
Well, here's my, I also want to see Lively on Zubats one-on-one there and see how he holds up compared to Gafford.
Leba in at the 4, by the way.
So they're going
for Jones.
So they're going to go big here. The Mavs are.
Which is smart because Zubats is killing them.
Yep. Luka. They're not biting on those pump fakes. The Clippers are. 18-11 early. Kyrie, long 2. No good. These just aren't quality looks. Clips are playing some good defense right now. Harden getting past Lively. That's a mismatch. Into the corner for 3. Lucky. Amir Coffey.
Get it together, fellas. Let's go. It's the playoffs.
Kyrie brings it across. See, I'd like to keep running and gunning. You're not getting good looks in the half court so far. Luka's going to take another step back 3. No good again. He's got to stop settling for those, dude.
Oh, boy.
It's just not good offense right now. I get part of Luka, you're just going to live and die with those sometimes, but, I don't need 3 step-back threes in the first 7 minutes.
No.
If none have dropped.
Not at all.
Don't need it.
It can't happen, frankly.
No. Got to get more action, move the ball around. Harden, just straight to the rim. Luckily, Lively able to contest that late, but that was even there.
Run a set play here. Luka needs to call out a set. They're not going to call one out. They get the pick and roll.
Luka gets to the line for 2. Even that, just run more PNR action.
Absolutely.
If nothing else, because if you run pick and roll with Luka, he's going to get into the paint, and more often than not, something good's going to happen. He's either going to get fouled, or he's going to lob it, or he's going to kick it out to an open shooter.
They got to have more movement on offense as Russell Westbrook gets set to check in for the first time. I have not liked what I've seen on offense from the Mavericks so far. Pretty stagnant, a lot of tough shots. Hopefully they can get into a rhythm here as the game continues.
They haven't played their core guys in about 10 days now. But that's also true with the Clippers.
Yeah, no doubt.
You got to be ready to go.
It's rest versus rust. Luka scored or assisted on 57.2 points per game this year, most in NBA history.
That's decent.
The guy's pretty good.
Kyrie checks out here. So
Luka's
does Paul
cussing
George.
at somebody. Might be himself.
Kyrie and Paul George both check out. Russell Westbrook in, as is Dante Exum. Luka makes them both, 18-13. They just need to hang around right now. They're not playing their best. Just
Only
try
a
to
5-point ball
try to
game.
avoid an early big run here from the Clippers. Some interesting matchups here. It looks like the Mavs are running a bit of a matchup zone right now, Coop. Yeah, they're in a zone. 2-3 right now. Harden gets to the paint. We'll give Russ that 3 all day. I mean, if Russ is gonna knock down threes, I'll live with it.
That's fine.
I know he shot a little better from 3 this year, and it was wide open, but I will still live with those. Luka to Kleber, back to Luka. Luka into the corner to Kleber, swings it over to Dante. Floater, good. Good ball movement there. They just got to swing it more. 6-point game. Ooh, that was a big screen.
Give me a stop and a score here.
Good D from Luka. I mean, that's in. Harden just buried that in Luka's face.
Wait, what are you supposed to do?
It's good defense there. Exum brings it across. They're going to trap Luka over to Exum. Kleber, you got to shoot that dude. He does. No good. Wide open warm-up 3. No good from Kleber. That's a moving screen. Sit on the bench, Amir Coffey.
Amir Coffey goes to the bench.
Oh, I mean what
Jesus.
he just hip-checked him. Jeremy Chugs in the chat.
Jeremy Chuggs
Trying to rile us up.
Yeah, we'll get to your soup in a minute, Chuggy. We'll address that nonsense.
You'd love to have him, Chuggy. Luka working at the top.
Oh, this is what you want.
Zubats. Step back jack. That one's good.
Come on, Luka.
I don't mind it there because it's clear separation. I'd still like to see him put his head down, but he gets that one to go. Westbrook working on Kleber, swings it to the corner. Oh, stuffed by Lively.
Push.
Mavs going to try and run here. Tim Hardaway into the game for the first time. Stripped. It's going to be out on the
Mavs
Clips. All right.
Hanging in there.
Hanging around. Not playing great, but 6-point game. 6-point game.
Jeremy Chuggs. We'll address this and we'll address this once.
Luka destinations if they lose this series. There's nothing that could happen in
The
this
Dallas
series
Mavericks.
where he would not be a Mav next year. Great profile pick, though, Chugs.
Real Madrid? That is a great profile pick. Luka will be eligible to sign in the summer, not next year, in the summer of 2025, a 5-year, $346 million contract extension. He is not going anywhere besides the Dallas Mavericks.
By the way, my wife says PJ back in timeout. I don't think she meant to put that in here. So
what did he do, Hannah?
I won't.
What did PJ
he's
do?
in this phase, and this is very popular apparently among babies. So like, since he's got some teeth now, he'll like bite.
Oh boy.
And yeah, so you're supposed to like put him in quote unquote timeout for like 30 seconds to a minute if they bite, and just kind of be like, you're not supposed to do that type thing.
Interesting.
So yeah. How was the if you're still watching, Hannah, how was the little party? Let me know. Yeah, the Mavs gotta settle in. It's early. I mean, you're shooting 6 of 17 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. Clips are shooting 9 of 16 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. So, not a huge shock that the Mavs are down early.
Obviously, it's still very early and plenty of time, but we have to see more consistency on that offensive end, man. We just have to.
Okay, wrong word choice as Jeremy and my wife are having a chat in the chat. Common, popular, whatever. It's all the same. It's all the same.
It's all the same. They ordered Chipotle.
That sounds good. I'm jealous. We had a good lunch, though.
Basketball,
Hampton?
yes, we did. East Hampton, very good. Basketball Bro says Luka for MVP. We were predicting it before the season, man. We were damn close. He's not going to win the MVP.
He's going to get second or third. You think he gets second?
I think he finishes second. It wouldn't surprise me if he got disrespected and finishes third, but
How are we losing? What's wrong with the Mavs? The Clippers, I think, have just been crisper offensively. They've also gotten some good production out of Zubats. I would not have predicted a 4 of 5 first quarter from him for 8 points.
but of course it is,
And,
because it's a Mavs Clippers playoff series.
Yeah, and Daniel Gafford, 2 early fouls. So I think the Clippers have just played crisper so far. The good news is it's only a 6-point game. I mean, it's not like they've come out up 12 or something like that.
No
So,
question.
did they challenge this?
I think that is off 10.
That might be Clippers ball. That's close. Did it
Norm
hit
touch
Powell?
that? It is going to be Clippers ball. Mavs get effed already.
I think that actually was the right call.
Not my narrative.
But at least they have to use a challenge. So it is going to be Clippers ball. Classic Tim, his first action, he gets stripped and the ball goes off of him on a 2-on-1
Go
breakaway.
sit down on the bench, Tim. Not great so
choppy
far.
start. Norm Powell in the game for Dallas, working on Doncic.
Good D by
Good
Luka.
D by Luka. Short on the jumper. Here comes Dallas the other way. 2.5 to go in the opening quarter.
Oh, yeah. Get out of the way, Tim!
Luka working on Zubats. Puts his head down, swings it into the corner. Exum floater.
Oh,
no
that's gotta
good.
go.
Westbrook drops it off for Zubats, who floats it in. My God, a 10-point quarter for that guy. I bet that's a season high.
I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
I mean, he loves playing the Mavericks. It's ridiculous. Luka gets a screen from Lively, swings it into the corner. Kleba back to Doncic. Pump fake. At the elbow. Fadeaway 2 is good. 26-20.
The Mavs are having to work.
I mean, it feels like the Mavs, with how hard they're having to work, are down 15 right now.
it certainly does, and they're down 6. Mavs playing the zone once again. Harden pulls up for 3.
I mean, he's made 2 extremely contested threes. I mean, what are you going to do? Doncic gets it back.
Give me this matchup all day.
Yeah, he needs to back down Russ. Get it back to him. He needs to just body him right here.
Yep, that's good.
Luka working on Coffee
Step
now.
back, we saw that coming
Step
from
back
a mile
Jack,
away.
no good. Exum fights for the rebound, but he doesn't get it. Clippers turn. That's a foul.
Okay, he got it.
Coffee with the
Good
foul.
God.
That's his second.
That's almost murder.
Relax, Smitty. That was.
How are you trying to argue that, Amir? You bodied him like it was the freaking NFL.
That's 2 on Coffee.
2 on Kawhi as well. I mean on PG.
6.
Me.
I was going to say 6 on Kawhi.
6 on Kawhi. He's out.
Wait, hang on a second. Are the Clippers inbounding this?
They can't be.
There's no way. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like the way that camera angle looked.
Luka since the final minute of the quarter, I believe.
Yep. Kyrie back in. Lively. Hands off to Exum. Get Kyrie the ball and let him cook.
What are we doing?
Oh, my God. Exum ISO. I don't need this.
Dante, that is
Oh, my
bad.
God. What is he doing?
Oh,
Turnover.
my God.
Clippers coming the other way. I don't need Dante Exum ISO. I'll tell you that right now. Harden floater, easy. Clips up 11. Exum brings it across. Get the ball to Kyrie Irving. Oh
What
my
are we
God.
doing?
They can't even give him the ball. All right, clear out and let Kyrie go. They're going to double him. Yeah, it's a foul. Probably their foul to give.
No, not a foul to give. Both
Oh,
teams in the
okay.
bonus.
That's a
but
bad foul then. 35 feet from the
The
basket.
Mavs are just getting cooked on the offensive end. James Harden's made a couple of really tough shots. But if they can't stop Ivica Zubats, they're not going to win this ballgame. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. Clippers are shooting 60% from the field, 71% from three. That's not – you're not going to hang around if you're Dallas for long if those splits continue. Irving to the free throw line. First one is up and good.
Get a stop here. Go into the quarter down 9.
Chugs. You crack me up. Oh, man.
We have to ban Jeremy Chugs from the chat.
Second free throw is good. Got to get a stop here. Keep it single digits going into the second.
Mavs going a little full court pressure here.
22-point quarter is just not very good.
It's not going to work.
Harden gets the ball, working on Kleba. I don't know if Kleba playing this tight is a smart play. I guess if they're going to double, it's fine.
Harden's going to pull.
5 on the clock. 4, 3. Deep 3 from Harden. Oh, my God, it's in. This has got to be the best quarter he's played all season. Mavs down 12 going into the second. James Harden in that quarter, 4 or 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3, all very contested. 11 points and 3 assists. I mean, plus 12. That's got to be the best quarter all season that he's played.
I'm about to tweet this out right now. You can grade the Mavs, by the way, A, B, C, D, or F.
Oh, it's an F.
It's an F. Go give me a follow on Twitter. I'm about to tweet this out. If they can't stop Ivica Zubac and James Harden, they are not winning this series.
I mean, they combined, Coop, in that quarter, those two, 9 for 11 for 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. It's
not going to work.
That is not going to work at all.
Jason Kidd will be extremely disappointed with that performance. But of course, Ivica Zubac sees the Mavs and he turns into fucking Shaq.
It's ridiculous.
Grade the Mavs right now, A, B, C, D, or F. David saying F. Chugs says F. And I actually agree with you, Chugs. I agree with you.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know.
That was about as worse of a first quarter as you could have dreamed up.
I think I'm actually more concerned after that quarter about the offense and the defense because I thought the Clippers did make some tough shots, especially Harden, but the offense, I mean, generated what? 3 or 4 good looks that whole quarter?
No good looks, yeah.
PJ's first 3 was a good look. Luka's layup was good action, but Luka's other 2 or 3 baskets were all tough.
Johnson Yu says a good quarter. Johnson, you are the best troll on the internet. There is no question about it. Happy birthday, by the way.
Not a good quarter overall.
Omar's Burner says Dallas knows they can come from any deficit after that Rockets game.
Sure, but you don't intentionally come out like this. Game 1 of a playoff series. Without Kawhi Leonard, by the way.
Yes.
You're getting your shit packed.
It's unacceptable, frankly. It was an unacceptable 12 minutes.
Not good.
Luka Longball says, I blame the first quarter on Maxey. I mean, he didn't really do anything. Good or bad.
Honestly, I just thought the Clippers came out with more energy, Coop.
They wanted it more.
I mean, the Mavs look a half step slow. They're getting bodied by Zubac. Harden looks like it's peak Houston Harden.
What are we doing? It's unacceptable.
Oh.
We are 16 subs away, though, from 26K. Help us get there. Hopefully we can get there by game 2. That would be really
Let's get there by halftime.
By halftime.
Come on.
I'm in on that.
16 subs
Hit that
away.
sub button.
16 subs away. Luka Longball says Maxey can't play defense for shit.
He was very good in the last few games of the regular season, so I'm going to disagree there.
Yeah.
Can he play defense against the guys that they need to play defense against?
Omar's Burner.
Omar's Burner coming in with the 2. Shout out.
That's a good super chat. Best troll, Coop? I thought that was CTESPN.
CTESPN is a great troll.
Great troll account, no question.
Also has some sources.
Well, they say.
They claim. Shout out to Omar. That's my guy.
Shout out to AB. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Second quarter getting underway here, and the Mavs give up a layup to Russell Westbrook.
I mean, this is just not good. Mavs down 14, early second.
What are the adjustments that Jason Kidd is going to make?
Kyrie gets a screen from Lively, swings it over to Luka, catch and shoot three. No good.
They get a good shot, and they can't make it either.
Yeah, that was an open look. Paul George fadeaway, no good. Mavs get the rebound. I think they got to start running more on these misses. Like, you got to try and generate some easier offense because you're not cooking in the half court. Three from Derrick Jones, no good. Offensive board from Lively, smokes the layup. It was kind of a tough one, but you'd like to see him finish that. Good D from Luka as Paul George tries to come fast the other way. Oh, golly, man.
It's not good.
Oh, my God, wide open. Norm Powell, pump fake, floater now. Easy. I mean, it's just easy look after easy look. They're making the extra passes. They're pump faking threes, not settling. Washington, wide open three. Can't make it. Derrick Jones follow, no good.
This
Jesus,
needs to be a
dude.
Jason Kidd timeout.
I mean, you're in danger zone. 15 minutes into the series. Terrence Mann works baseline, reverse layup, offensive board.
Plumlee gets the board. Timeout, Jason! Jesus Christ!
I mean, this is just bad, man.
Start a worse 14 minutes in the postseason than this. You can't find it.
Who was that Plumlee got that rebound over? I mean, that is just no effort at all. I mean, you get a gift with Kawhi not playing, and you come out
like this?
You come out like this.
I mean, Markieff Morris should slap everybody in the face. What an embarrassment.
This is an embarrassing. That's a good word.
It's an embarrassment.
What's your one word to this start for the Mavs? Let us know in the chat. One word reaction to this start. I agree with Coop. It's embarrassing. I mean, it's not a must-win, but without Kawhi, it's one you should win. And you're not only are you not winning, you're getting worked. Oh, gosh. It's ugly, man.
I mean, goodness.
I'm just shocked at the lack of energy. Like, look, if you're missing shots, if they're making tough shots consistently, but they're getting easy looks for the most part, the offense can't get a single easy look. It's just bad basketball, man.
Go give me a follow on Twitter at Jeff_Coop27. I'm tweeting my thoughts out throughout the game as well. It is. It's nothing short of embarrassing, man. I mean, they punched you in the face. Are you going to get up off the mat and do something about it, or are you going to lay down?
And by
they don't have their best player out there.
And
you have the best player in the world.
Lot of game left, but like at the same time, not like you can't let this get any further than what it is if you expect to come back in this game. I mean, down 18, 14 minutes into a game, Coop, it's kind of hard to do. You have to play really bad.
You got to play really bad, and the Clippers just have to feel like absolute fool's gold right now. Unitive says Cowboys 2.0. I won't even acknowledge Jake Chipper or Jeremy Chuggs. Eraw says expected. I don't know if it's expected.
Even if you're a Clippers fan, I don't see how you could think this start is expected for either team. But
Jake Chipper doesn't even believe what he's saying. He's just... How'd your team do yesterday, Chip? Worry about your own over there.
Oh, gosh.
Not good, man.
Give Coop a follow.
I'm concerned.
They just got to chip away, man. I mean, coaches say this all the time. You got to get it back to 10. Get it back to 10 and go from there.
Everybody makes runs. I expect the Mavs to make a run at some point. It just needs to be soon. Or otherwise, this could get ugly. And quick. Clippers have reached the conference semis 8 times. I don't believe... Oh, they did reach it once. That's right. With Pat Bev.
I think that was the first Mavs-Clippers year. if I remember
It
correctly.
was.
All right, 40-22. Chugs, if you're down 18 with 5 minutes left in the fourth, that's when.
Nah,
Daniel Gafford back in the game. Luka passes it to him. God, how does that drop? He gets fouled on the alley-oop, but it toilet rolls out of the rim somehow.
But the Mavs, Jason Kidd has done a great job of this season, out of timeouts and out of bounds plays.
Good action there.
So the Mavs get free throws here. Gafford, about a 70% free throw shooter on the season. Need him to make both here.
Man, I just can't believe that didn't drop. First free throw's good. 40-23.
The one says a 60-0 run's incoming. That'd be
Splits
great.
the free throws.
Powell, Westbrook, Mann, Plumlee, and George in the game for the Clippers.
I mean, that offensive rebound by Plumlee's a joke a minute ago. Paul George working on
Great
Derek
D.
Jones. Great defense from DJJ. Norm
They
Powell
get the mismatch. Kyrie!
trying to get a steal. Paul George retains.
Shot clock. Good defense. Great defense on that possession. More of that.
Much better. Good pressure there. Kyrie almost got a steal, and then it ended up back with George, but he didn't get the shot off. Jones trying. Jesus.
What is he doing?
Gafford turns it over. The Mavs foul on the break. I mean, what's he doing there?
It's
He's
not
trying
a take foul, but
trying to get the ball to Luka, but it's not good. I mean, they're not even able to dribble handoffs sometimes, Scoop, offensively.
yeah, Luka was smothered there, and Gafford tried
Just
to force
throws
the
it.
issue. Brother, just dribble the ball or do something.
Well, and someone else has to come help in that situation. Oh. Surely this wasn't in the act of shooting, though. Side out of bounds. Westbrook gets it over to Paul George. Plumlee stuffed at
Great
the rim.
D. Push it.
Mavs out and running.
That's a foul. Yep.
Transition layup foul.
Oh, and Westbrook's already starting shit. Fuck you, Westbrook.
Well, there's the one kerfuffle. Let's see if it ends up being two.
God, I hate the Clippers. Westbrook, you haven't won shit in your career. Why are you talking? You're the reason OKC didn't win a title. You bum.
Clear foul there. He hooked the arm. And then he wouldn't let go. Why is he all mad? He's got his arm grabbed. Westbrook's a puss.
KD left your ass.
I love a fired up Coop.
God, I
Subscribe
hate
for a
that.
fired up Coop. Subscribe for a fired up Coop. Westbrook better than Luka. At what?
An underrated component of this series that I really didn't factor in. Sean Sweeney, I believe. He has some connection to the Clippers
Jesus,
staff.
first
I
free
forget
throw's
how.
no good.
And you have to make the Clippers. You have to make the free throws, dude. Shout out my boy Tristan T Money.
That's just false, Takesha.
What? Westbrook better than Luka all time? Not even close.
Washington makes a second. Oh, got to stop splitting free throws, I'll tell you that.
Westbrook's the most overrated player in NBA history.
He's up there. Good player, but definitely overrated. Oh,
Yeah,
good block
get
by
that
Washington.
shit out of here, Westbrook, and that's Mavs ball, too. Yeah, keep crying.
Westbrook ends up in the third row.
Did they call a foul on this?
No way, right?
Oh my God, Jason Kidd needs to challenge this immediately.
That's all
There's
ball.
no way. It's off Washington. If they called a foul, oh my God, you have to challenge
Why
that.
is Kidd not challenging?
That's a joke.
Ball don't lie. He missed the first one. I can't believe Kidd didn't challenge that.
That's an absolute joke. God, I hate Westbrook and the Clippers.
Oh, I cannot believe they didn't challenge that. You got 2 of them now, right?
You get 1, and if you get it right,
I
second.
thought you get 2 now.
You get 1 if you get it right. You get the second.
Well, he would have won that one.
He would have won it. Elect not to use it.
Kyrie gets a screen from Kleba. God, Kleba in the game, it's like 4-on-5, dude. Just doesn't give you nothing offensively. Irving strip turns it over. Jesus, that's a foul. I didn't call it. Derrick Jones picks up Paul George. Step back 3, in and out.
Yeah.
That's got to be a foul on Plumlee.
Oh my God! The refs are trying to F the Mavs already! Clear freaking block from PJ Washington, and then it goes out off Plumlee, and they call it their ball. What a joke!
That was a bad.
You're already playing 5-on-5. You don't need to play 5-on-8.
Mavs get a block at the rim. Leak out from Irving. Layup is good. 15-point game. I can't believe they called that out.
That's a joke.
That's unbelievable. George gets a screen.
And you look at it 50 times a game.
Irving coming the other way. Pull up 3. Short. Jesus. Offensive rebound. Kyrie gets it back. Over to Luka. He'll take a 3. God, they can't make a fucking shot. It's wide open. Jesus, man. That's 2 wide open 3s from your best players, and you miss them both.
Timeout taken by the Clips. What a joke this game is turning into.
I mean, the Mavs are just, there's 26 points in 16 minutes. They're shooting 8 for 27 from the field, 2 of 14 from 3.
It's time to figure it the fuck out. Ridiculous.
Coop is fired up, Rolly. Coop is fired up. Well, the only one who's more is Smitty, and that's because he's unhinged.
I hate Russell Westbrook, and I hate the Clippers.
I don't know if I could deal with this for 7, much less multiple rounds if the Mavs make it. All right. Coop's fired up. I'm always fired up when I'm making money with Prize Picks, and you guys should be as well. Create an account today at prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. And listen, it's fun. The lineups change daily. There's different sports you can play. You're not locked into certain players all year long. It changes. 2 to 6 player entries from different sports available. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, UFC, boxing, other sports. Get going today. This was our 3-player entry for this game. Not looking great early. Luka Doncic, 52.5 points, rebounds, and assists so
11
far.
11 points, 6 boards, and 1 assist at the moment.
So he's at 18. Still attainable. He's going to have to get going. Kyrie Irving, 25.5 points. Took the more there. He's at 6. Going to need to really get going. Paul George, feel good about that one.
He's at 5.
5, but I still think he gets to 20+. 10 to win, just over 40 there. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. Choose more. Choose less. It is Prize Picks. It is Daily Fantasy made easy. 3 million users daily on the Prize Picks app. You could be one of them. Link and promo code in the live chat of this video. Click and download today. Appreciate you for joining Prize Picks and supporting our sponsors.
I want you guys to know that this is authentic. This is exactly how I watch the game.
It very much
If we were
is.
not on screen, I would be doing the exact same thing. I mean, my God, that's an embarrassing start.
Joe Lloyd. Listen, Joe, they're without Kawhi Leonard. Sorry that we want some urgency from this team.
That's all I want. No Kawhi Leonard, you need to be on him.
I do agree the defense the last few minutes has gotten better. But they have 26 points in 16 minutes. Someone named Kenny in the chat says, can confirm for Coop. Is that one of your boys?
Yeah, Kenny's my guy. Shout out Kenny.
Oh, man.
Kenny and I were running the FIFA streets yesterday.
Got to get this under 10 by 10 or less at halftime. That's my goal. 10 or less at halftime, regroup, come out and play a better second half. Plenty of time. 7:55 left in the second quarter.
Luka's made some incredibly tough shots in this one so far, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's only had one easy basket. He got to the rim the one time. Otherwise, it's been a lot of contested looks, which he's made a lot of them.
An adjustment I think I would make, this is very early, going into game 2, I think I'd start Lively and bring Gafford off the bench.
It's bold early, but, I mean, Gafford could not handle Zubac's strength in the early going. So that's an interesting call by you. Surprised they haven't gone back to Zubats here with Gafford back in the game, honestly.
Good deed from Max.
Terrible shot by Russ. That was awful. I mean, oh, God. Gafford's on the ground and he's hurt. He's holding his ankle. He slowly gets up. He's limping. He's going to have to check out. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to check out.
He's trying to walk it off.
I mean, you got to get him out. He's not.
Oh! Just runs right into Paul George.
Yeah, it was nothing intentional.
No, nothing intentional. He didn't see it. I think he's fine, though.
I hope.
They're going to check him out here.
They're checking him out. Jesus, dude.
Oh, boy.
That is not good.
Lively in.
That's a potential.
You need Daniel Gafford.
Straight to the locker room.
He's going to go get checked out, retaped. Hopefully he's fine. We'll keep you up to date.
That's not ideal. Luka, lob to Lively.
Yeah.
There we
More
go.
of that.
Chip away, 13-point game. Defense has been good the last few minutes. Gotta get more good looks offensively. Paul George.
Maxey on Harden.
Yeah, he's been on him a few times. Luka defending man who kicks it out. George trapped, swings it out. Norm Powell, pump fake. Good help defense, but a Harden open three is good. I mean, he can't miss.
He can't miss.
I mean, this is
this
vintage Harden.
2018?
Vintage Harden today. That one was his first one where it's like wide open, though. Step back from Luka at the free throw line, in and out.
Gotta go.
Back up to 16 all of a sudden, dude. It's just like you think you're getting closer, and they get a basket here. It's the largest lead of the game. Harden floater's no good. Got to get the rebound. Go, Luka.
No numbers. Now, that was bad from Luka.
What
Get back!
Terrence Mann, Harden. Harden swings to the corner. Norm Powell for three. That's lucky he missed that. Oh, man. 28 points, Coop, and we're a quarter and a half in. That is unbelievable.
Lethargic on offense.
It's not good at all.
Where are they going to find it?
I mean, I almost would give Kyrie some ISO looks here and just see if he can get going.
They tried
He gets it to Kleba, who is just not even looking to score. Floater from Dereck Jones, no good.
There's a lid on the basket, man. A complete lid on the basket.
9 for 31 from the field. I mean,
it's not going to get it done.
You're not going to win
Plain and
games
simple.
doing that. Kleba catches that pass about 15 feet from the basket. He at least has to look to score. He didn't even look at the basket.
No.
Like, there's no one on you. You're an NBA player. Why not just catch and shoot that from 15? Like, I get that's not a shot he probably normally takes, but, like, that shouldn't be that difficult.
I mean,
that's just frustrating. Him being incapable of even taking that shot.
yeah, and he just fouled James Harden on a three.
On a three. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Steve Ballmer's out of control. He might be the only person on the planet more out of control than you right now.
And he's a billionaire, and I'm not.
I mean, Harden swings the leg out, though.
Got him on the hand.
If you got him on the hand, fine. I mean, that left leg swung a little bit, man. I don't know about that.
5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3 from Harden. What a joke.
I would be willing to bet he has not started a game 4 for 4 from 3 all year.
I would agree. Jason Kidd should have challenged that one, too.
I mean, he swung the leg out. I mean, what is Kidd doing? Is he ready either? Luka's out of the game, so.
My mom just called me. She clearly doesn't know the Mavericks are playing, which is embarrassing.
Holy shit, that's funny. All right, if he makes this one, yep, 47-28, Coop. Get that updated for you. 47-28. I mean, Jesus, dude. Down 18 after one, and you haven't made up ground. Oh, my God. Kleba. Get him the fuck off the floor. What is he doing? Yep. Check out. I mean, to no show like this through almost a half, Coop, without Kawhi is it's unbelievable.
I don't even know what to say. I really don't.
Like, I get it. Sometimes you just don't make shots, but, like, it's more than that in this game. The defense has picked up a little here, but you're still going to
Harden's going to pull this up.
You're still going to give up 60 in this half, probably. Tough shot from Harden. All net and one. It's not even the net's not even moving. I haven't seen. He has not played like this in 3 years.
Mavs are down 22. 21. About to be 22.
I mean, this is good defense from Tim. He's on his hip. I don't know where the foul is, by the way, but classic Harden call, but still made it.
It's one game. It's not the end of the series. But what an embarrassing way to start. The series for a reason.
I mean, I can't believe this level of James Harden has shown up. That's concerning. If he's not going to play this well throughout the series, but if he plays good, that makes this series a lot more challenging.
The Kyrie pull-up three is not even falling either. I mean, nothing
he has not
is
been
falling
good
for the Mavericks.
I mean, 28 points in 20 minutes of action is alarmingly bad offense.
That's going in, I'm guaranteed.
Harden missed a heat check. Kyrie the other way. Good back. Tim Hardaway just smoked an uncontested layup, an unbelievable pass from Kyrie.
Oh, that's how the game's gone.
Why did he not go off glass there? He tried to just float it in.
That's how the game is gone.
Offensive glass, Zubats, down 24.
I don't know if Jason Kidd knows he has challenges or timeouts at his disposal.
I mean, what is he doing, man? His team just not ready to play. Oh, my God. Irving in the corner. Over to Exum.
Tim was wide open that whole possession.
Exum lays it up. Doesn't even hit the rim. Shot clock violation. Holy fuck, dude.
I have 5 texts on my phone, and they're all about the Mavs, and I don't want to look at it. I don't want to know.
I mean, you're not there yet, but you're entering the, at what point do you just say, fuck this game and move on? I mean, you're
not yet.
I know, but you're down 24.
You have the whole third quarter to figure that out.
Zubats, uncontested, misses a layup somehow. That was an absolute miracle. I was told the defense was playing well in the chat, though. Uncontested layup from a 7-footer. Luka, good pass to Washington. Gets into the paint, floater, no good.
I mean, someone's going to have to make a shot, right?
They've been at 28 for, 5 minutes?
Good defense by Tim.
Tim's actually giving you some decent defense. Can't make a layup. Just missed another one. Got fouled, though. Oh, man. Wow. I did not expect them to. I thought there might be a little, early game rust after not playing for 10 days, but 2 quarters of rust? Haven't hit 30 points and it's almost halftime? I mean, that's unbelievable. Missed the free throw.
Of course he did.
They can't get off 28. Holy fuck, man.
My God. Who knew we were getting 2018 Rockets foul-baiting James Harden in this one?
I mean, foul baiting or not, he's making every shot.
Making everything.
Doesn't matter if you're only going to score 28 points
in
22 minutes of action. I mean, that's abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. I mean, forget cutting it to 10. You got to get this under 20 by halftime. Down 23 right now with 2:40 to go. 7 points in this quarter, Coop. 2 of 15 from the field, 0 of 6 from 3, 4 turnovers for the Mavericks.
Yeah, that's not going to do
I mean,
it.
the Clippers only have 18 this quarter.
Yeah, they haven't shot it well.
It's not like
They're
they've
6
been
of
off.
19.
Backdoor
Make that 7 of
alley-oop,
20.
that was easy. Harden to Westbrook. Hardaway brings it across. Lively controls at the top. Doncic off the screen. Turns the corner. Good pass to Lively, who misses the dunk. Holy shit.
It's a comedy of errors.
I mean,
Offense foul.
offensive on Powell. Good defense from Exum. I mean, they can't even make alley-oop dunks, dude.
No.
They're smoking backdoor layups. It's like, what in the... Even when they get good looks, they're not going in. Oh, my goodness. This is shockingly bad. Shockingly bad.
I mean, Jason Kidd, I know he's not a yeller. He should yell at halftime.
Well, how about take a fucking timeout every once in a while?
He does not like taking timeouts.
It's the playoffs, man.
It
The building's
frustrates
loud.
me.
You're down 25. You got to take one every once in a while.
That's a flop.
Luka misses the fadeaway. Terrence Mann flopped. Didn't matter. Still missed it. Harden gets downhill. Kicks it out. Westbrook for 3. Long. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, because Maxi Kleber's your big and can't rebound to save his life.
He's just not the answer, man. I'll tell you what. If this Gafford thing's a problem, that changes entirely how I feel about this series.
Oh, is this? One might call it Jover. Haven't seen Gafford since he checked out. Looked like he rolled his ankle. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, trying to get a note at halftime. I'm surprised they have not tried to go at Zubats with Kleba in the game on him. I mean, that's a mismatch if I've ever seen one.
I mean,
on
the
block.
Clippers aren't even playing well on offense.
Not this quarter, no. Doesn't matter, though. The Mavs have been horrific offensively. Exum kicks it out. Kleba
he
for
shot it.
3. Not even
I'm
close.
happy he shot the basketball.
If he's not even a threat to make that, though, dude. Like, I don't know how much you can play him in this series. I mean, if Gafford's out, you obviously have to, but...
Play more Keith.
Down 25. The Mavs may not hit 30 in the first half, Coop.
Hopefully they can get another point.
Oh, my God. What was that? Turnover by the Clips. Corner 3 from Exum. No good.
They
It's
can't
wide
make
open.
anything.
What are they, 2 for 20 from
Oh
3
my
now?
goodness.
Westbrook, wide open layup. Down 27.
They cannot make a thing.
This is unbelievable.
Luka double teamed.
Swings it over. Washington for 3. No good. Kleba, uncontested follow back, misses it. Did get it back, though. Mavs can hold for close to the last shot. We'll see if they will. Exum to the rim. Misses it. Gets fouled. But even that, it's like, how does he not make that?
Exum going to shoot free throws for the Mavs to get 30 in the first half.
Let's party. 30 points in the first half. What a joke. The Mavericks are 2 for 18 from 3. 9 for 40 from the field. 22.5% from the field.
In the quarter?
Yeah,
Or
no, in the half.
And
Missed
he
the
misses
free
the
throw.
first.
Might not score
Congratulations.
30. Might not score 30,
You're going to shoot
folks.
22% in the first half.
Cuban can't believe it. That hair is getting grayer by the second, Coop. What a joke.
I'm not joking.
They've missed 12 from the field in a row.
In the 20 years of watching Mavericks basketball, this is the worst half I've ever seen.
Offensively, no doubt. Yeah, this is bad.
They shot 22%.
He made
Well,
it.
they get 30, so that's awesome.
30 flat. Clips had 31 in the first quarter.
Daniel Gafford's hurt. They get 30 in the first half.
No Kawhi.
Paul George is going to
doesn't
pull
matter.
up for 3.
No good. Halftime.
My
56 to 30. Jesus Christ. Didn't die for this.
I have nothing to say. That was the worst half of Mavs basketball I have ever seen. They are 9 of 40 from the field.
That's hard to do.
It is.
You're almost impressed at how bad it is.
9 for 40.
9 for 40.
No, it's unacceptable.
No Kawhi, and you come out
Can't
just
have
not
it.
ready to go.
How are you this unprepared to play a basketball game?
I mean, 26 is almost insurmountable,
You knew
even
for-
in the NBA.
You knew for 10 days who you were playing, and you knew for 10 days you were in the postseason, and this is the performance you put out there.
bad
It's
half, man.
unacceptable. It's frankly unacceptable.
Give us your one-word reaction to that half.
Not
One-word
good at
reaction to
all.
that half.
I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Try to collect my thoughts.
Cricket says trade Luka and Kyrie. I don't think that's the answer, Cricket. Disgusting from Noah. Sweep the Mavs from D-Real. If they shoot like this, they will not win a game. Depressing from Omar's Burner. E-Raw says, I'm a Denver fan. Buddy's a Dallas fan. Appreciate the stream. New sub. Appreciate that, E-Raw. I know it's tough right now, but we appreciate any new subscribers. Revealing from Jeremy. Where's your team at, Chugs? I don't know if one half of basketball is revealing, but it's definitely ugly. It's not Jover, but it's as bad of a start as you could possibly get. Cowboys report in the chat. Why y'all playing like us? This is Cowboys-Packers-esque in the playoffs. Still a 7-game series. It is, but I just would like to see a little more urgency. A, to start a series in general, and B, Kawhi is out. This is an opportunity. Oh, God. No defense, of course, they're losing. How about no offense? 30 points, guys? I mean, 56 isn't a great number allowed, but it's not catastrophic. That's 112 on pace. It's kind of what teams average. Like, 56 isn't the problem. 30's the issue. You need 30 in most quarters, and you barely got that in a half. The second. They scored 8 points in the second quarter. It was 34-22 at the end of one. And then the Clippers, you only gave up 22 in that second quarter. I know. It's like the defense did actually kick it into gear a little bit. But, man. Any chance of a comeback? I mean, it's the NBA. Crazy shit has happened. But 26 is a lot, though, man. Like, I don't think people realize, like, I bet, without looking it up, I bet in the history of the NBA, teams that trail by this much or more at halftime in a playoff game, I bet they win less than 1% of the time. I bet it's happened a handful of times. Because, number one, this has got to be one of the largest halftime deficits in playoff history. I'm going to see what largest comeback in NBA playoffs history. The Jazz in 1996 were down 36, 70-34, 70-36 at halftime, and won 107-103. That's about 10 points more. But this would be up there with one of the biggest comebacks in playoff history. It'd be like a top 20 comeback in playoff history.
I went to the
I'm not holding my breath, Smitty.
I went to the restroom, tried to collect some thoughts, and I did not come up with anything that tells me the Mavericks are going to win this game.
They're not winning this game. I'll say it right now. We're going to stay alive and cheer for it and hope it happens, but I mean, you don't come back from 26 on the road in the playoffs. You just don't.
It doesn't happen.
No.
I think the thing that I'm rooting for the most in this game is for us to get to 26,000 subs.
Yeah, oh, that's absolutely.
That's
we need,
what I'm
8
rooting
more.
for.
When we get to 26,000, I need a drink anyway. I'll take down a beer ball.
Please.
I need a drink anyway. Need 8 more subs.
I know I speak in hyperboles a lot. This is not a hyperbole. That was the worst half of basketball I've seen them play that I can remember. Ever.
How about they only gave up 22 points in the second quarter and still got outscored by 14?
It's embarrassing.
8 points in a quarter in the playoffs with this offensive arsenal?
I mean
that's hard to do.
You have Kyrie Irving, complete no-show. Luka, not a no-show.
Started okay, but still only 4-13 now.
Not a no-show, but average. Daniel
I
Gafford.
think average is generous.
Daniel Gafford.
For his standards. Gafford back on the Mavs bench, Tim McMahon said, appears to be available, but no official word from the team.
They shouldn't play him the rest of the game. Maxi Kleba, no-show. Jason Kidd, no-show. No,
three more subs.
The Mavs did not show up to play today.
Yeah, I mean, I think you go hard in the third, but if you're down like this going into the fourth, you almost just pull the
You don't play anybody.
Yeah.
No, if it's a 26-point game, you don't play them. One more. Who's it going to be?
Dude, 9 for 40 is...
It is hard to do. You luck into 10 field goals.
I mean, they missed... I mean, for a while, granted, there we go, 26,000 subscribers. Shout out to the real ones. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Real ones, we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate the love and support, even on a day like today.
I can tell you what. If this is the low point in the playoffs for the Mavericks, that's all right with me.
I mean, it better be. Getting down 26.
It better be.
If it gets lower than this, I don't think this team's going to be playing much longer, Coop.
Yeah, look, the Mavs blew a 2-0 lead last time against the Clippers, so 2-0 is not insurmountable by any means.
We're going backwards.
Oh, no!
No! Fellas!
That's BS!
Now this is the low point. This is the low point.
That broke my heart, man.
You're adding salt to the wound. Disappointing.
That broke my heart.
Disappointing.
If you just did that, F you.
Salt to the wound. I'm just sad now. I was mad, Coop. I was upset. Oh, we're back.
Here we go. Okay. We're good.
We're back.
We're good.
Coop, are we going live on Thursday? Y'all doing Steelers live Thursday? Y'all are at some point. Right?
We will be live on Thursday, Omar.
What, around pick 15 or so?
Not sure exactly when, but we will be live. We will be live.
Aren't y'all doing a Monday Steelers live too tomorrow?
We are doing a live tomorrow as well to get a couple of cuts.
Check that out, Omar.
Oh man, that one just hurt.
God, just like losing this game is not catastrophic, but like I am alarmed at how they came out. Like,
yeah,
it's
how
not
can
just
you come out like that.
It's not just the missed shots, Coop. I feel like the Clippers brought way more energy. That bothers me.
They brought more energy and they brought intensity.
Look, the Mavericks play better defense in the second quarter. Congratulations. I'll give you some props for that. But like, you've gotta like do something here. Like you've gotten hit in the mouth for 24 minutes and you've done nothing to stop the bleeding. Like, you can't get down big and then just start jacking up shots either. Like, you gotta, like, especially since you're probably not coming back in this game, you gotta start finding solutions for game 2 and beyond. That's really what this second half needs to be about. And if you, by some miracle, get back into the game, great. But you got to start finding answers.
You come out of the gate, you try to get the deficit down to 15 by the end of the third. If you do that, you're somewhat in the ballgame. If you don't do that, I think you sit the starters in the fourth and you get ready for game 2.
Omar's burner back with the super chat.
My man Omar, appreciate you. Omar, shout out. Sperry has to do Commanders first and watch JJ go number 2, I'd assume. We will be live on Commanders as well.
JJ's not going number 2, but it will be a Sperry meltdown.
If you're an NFL fan out there, we are covering the NFL draft. That will be
walk into Chat Sports.
All we do. Subscribe to Chat Sports.
If you're a fan of NFL teams, we cover about 22 of them.
Yes, indeed.
Go search team name by Chat Sports. We'll pop up. Samp says, just arrived. What happened?
Well, Samp.
The Mavericks
went 9-40 in the first half.
I thought, especially in the first quarter, they did not match the Clippers' energy. And then in the second quarter, along with the first quarter, they just could not make shots.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a combination of getting hit in the mouth and then just simply being unable to score. I mean, 30 points, Scoop. You need that in most quarters to win playoff games. I mean, 56, all things considered, isn't that bad. That's on pace for 112. That's kind of what teams average now.
I wonder what the Mavs average points per game this season.
Offensively?
Yeah, it was like 117, I think.
The Mavericks averaged 117.9. They would need.
They averaged 30.
They would need 88 points to top their season average in the second half. 88. There's just no chance. The Clippers average 115.6, so you're actually holding them on pace to 112. The defense, granted, early got hit in the mouth, but overall was okay.
I mean, look, Mark Cuban is just as disgusting.
He can't believe it. He's like, what?
And you know what? That's what makes me happy because if nothing, say what you will about Mark Cuban, he does care.
Oh, he's
probably too much at sometimes.
Well, he's no Steve Ballmer. And that guy's having what's the word I'm thinking of?
A ball?
Well, he's he's living and dying on every possession.
Yes, he is. Steve Ballmer is myself with about $4 billion more in the bank.
What a joke
that
half was. That was shockingly bad.
If you want to get in on the show, by the way, use #Mavs or Super Chat, and if you guys just want to vent, we can make it a vent sesh.
#Mavs or Super Chat.
We'll put you on the show because, man, I mean...
If it's a blowout late, we're going to need some...
I don't really know what to say.
We're going to need some talking points.
I don't know what to say.
Going to need some talking points. Andy says we were 16 down against the Magic and still win. Well, this is 26. It's the playoffs. It's on the road, and the Clippers are better than the Magic. So, Unitive says, #Mavs, trade Tim Hardaway Jr. for cash considerations. I'm open to that. I am open to that. At least Tim had a couple of nice defensive possessions. Couldn't make a shot, of course. Blew a wide-open layup on an unreal pass from Kyrie. By the way, I know it's his first playoff game, and Gafford wasn't doing much either. Dereck Lively, and plus-minus is kind of a misleading stat, Coop, but in 16 minutes, he's minus 24.
And I think anything you get from Dereck Lively, given what he's been going through over the last month, is a bonus. So,
but the problem is if Gafford, can't hold up against Zubats, you're in trouble, man. That was one thing we pointed to that we felt like, okay, Zubats is not going to cook you like he did in the past. Sure, he might have his moments, but for him to go 6 of 9, 12, 10 rebounds in the first half, too, from him, Coop, he's on pace for a 2020 game. That can't happen.
Darth Blaze says Luka going to be on vacation in Europe by Thursday. Yeah, thing is, buddy, Game 4 is on Friday, so it'll at least be Saturday.
They're going to have to play a lot better if they want to beat this team, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, too. If the Clips smoke Dallas in Game 1, they will take their time with Kawhi.
Here's my positive. It is one game of the series. It does not give them more than one win.
It's on the road. Game 1 wasn't a must-win, but it's one you should really try to get without Kawhi.
I'll say this. It's a lot like the Rangers-Astros series last year. Altuve hit the home run. It felt like the whole season was over. It was one game. It is only one game. That is what I will have to talk myself into for the rest of until Tuesday. But, man.
How about that trade idea from Chugs?
Chugs, #Mavs trade idea. No. No.
Chugs is a professional troll.
He is. Chugs is good at that.
I got to do a beer bong for getting to 26,000 subs. I don't want watermelon. I'll do a little lemon lime, a little happy dad action here. What do you think about Zubat destroying Gafford? Not good. Like, that is not a good development.
No.
Especially if Gafford's ankle is limited. Hopefully it was just one of those, high-intensity stinger type of things in the moment, and he just needed to kind of walk it off. But
Tim McMahon did say he was back on the bench. He looked to be available, but if I'm the Mavs, I'm playing it pretty cautious here, TBH.
I mean, do you just start Lively and kind of see how he settles into his first playoff
Yeah,
game? I
see
mean,
what-
it's
see what
not
happens.
a bad idea.
Frankly, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the moment looked too big. The moment looked too big for the Mavs.
They just came out too lackadaisical. They did not match the Clippers' intensity.
No, they didn't.
I mean, I don't expect Harden to shoot like this for an entire playoff series. So, like, some of it is just a little bit of it is the Clippers just had a hell of a first half, but it's not like, and they shot 45% overall. It's not like they shot insane, gaudy numbers that are unreasonable to match. You went, oh, by the way, 9 for 41, the finals or the updated numbers.
Oh, nice. That's
22% flat, 2 of 18 from the field, 10 of 14 for the free throw line. He missed 4 free throws too. None of that's good.
Fewest in playoff half of all time for the Mavs. Worst half in the last 25 playoffs.
From field goal percentage, 22%.
And 8 points in the paint ties the fewest in half this season for any team in the NBA.
See, part of that does tell me, sure, lid on the basket, but they're settling way too much. They've got to get into the paint. Zubats is not a rim protector.
I mean, if you're
Go at him.
If you're Jason Kidd, what did you tell your team at halftime?
Knowing him, probably just calm down. We'll start making shots, but I hope there was some kind of an adjustment.
Markeith better have spoken up. Here we go.
That's not a foul. Okay, Harden wide open 3 after he pushes off Derrick Jones Jr. How is that not a foul? He full extension shoved him to the ground.
No technical foul for Jason Kidd all year. If there's ever time to get one, it's now.
Down 29. I mean, right where the Clippers picked up. Good defense again from LA. Mavs stagnant again. I mean, no one's moving. This is just ISO Luka. Kicks it to Kyrie for 3. Does bury it. Need more of that, but even that, like, I don't love that possession. Like, third 3 of the game for Dallas. Next dead ball, I'll take the spear bong down. Harden gets it inside to Zubats. Better defense that time from Gafford. Got to finish the rebound, though. That just can't happen. Good defense, but you couldn't finish it on the rebound. And Zubats gets it back and floats it in. I mean, Kidd just, you can tell he's not happy with that.
Then show it.
Kyrie gets a screen from Gafford. Good pass. Gafford slams it home. That's one of those where after you slam it, like, kick the ball into the crowd or something. Like, you know, try to get something going. Foul someone hard. Do something. Harden's pushing off every. I mean,
call a foul, Ed!
And they're going to call a foul
that
on the Mavs. What a joke. I mean, that's where Kidd.
Oh my God.
That's where Kidd's got to get teed up. I mean, that is a joke. Yeah, Cuban's up yelling at him. I mean, Harden's having a good half, but if he's allowed to do that shit, it's just not fun. Paul George gets into the paint, good defense, kicks it out. Amir Coffey for 3, no good. Rebound, Luka. They need to start going some tempo here. Luka gets into the paint, spin move, kicks it out, turnover. Really bad. That's a good foul by Kyrie.
Might be a take foul, though.
No. He was playing ball all the way. He tried to strip. If that's a take foul, it's a joke. No way. Kyrie didn't even think he fouled him. I thought he fouled him there. But, yeah, standard foul. Ah, Jesus, man. Just piss poor. George, defended by Washington. I mean, I'll say this is an alarming thing. Paul George has not done much at all, Coop. Jump ball, good trap there. I mean, Paul George in this game.
He's been mid.
Is 2 of 7, and you're down 26.
And they don't have Kawhi Leonard.
That's, I mean, that is no bueno. Harden and Zubats and Westbrook are cooking you. Jump ball between Washington and George. Curious to see who wins this. George a little taller. Oh, I mean, it jumped a week early.
You're just going to let him jump early like that?
Good pass by Luka to Kyrie up court. Easy too. See, on turnovers and missed shots, Coop, they got to just run every time.
Luka's the best in the NBA at that.
Those outlet
That
passes.
outlet
Well,
off
him,
the court.
Jokic might be the one guy. That's an 8 count. There's
No,
16 on the.
He got across. He got across.
Dude, I don't think he did.
They don't blow it until it says 15.
Oh, is it like the
Yeah.
NFL shot or
Yes.
play clock thing? Okay. Because it definitely hit 16 before he crossed. George misses a 3. Here we
Push.
go. Push it. Luka getting to the paint. Off the glass
There we
and
go.
in.
All right.
Timeout, Ty Lue.
I like that.
Timeout, Ty Lue.
That's better.
Luka's
Come
saying,
on.
let's keep it rolling. 61-39. I'm going to take this down.
Shout out Johnson U, baby, and shout out to 26,000 subs. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be covering the Mavs all throughout the playoffs, hopefully a long run all throughout the 2024 NBA offseason as well, where I'm not sure exactly what the Mavs outlook looks like in the offseason because they're right above the luxury tax. Don't have a first-round pick.
I mean, you do wonder. I mean, we're not going to get to deep offseason talk, but if they were to lose in round 1, you do wonder what this team does. I mean, I kind of think it looks the same next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'd like to shake it up a little bit.
You'd like to probably move Tim and or Maxey. Those might be two guys, but I think the top of your core is going to be your core moving forward.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
Luka, Kyrie,
Luka,
Gafford,
Kyrie,
Washington,
Gafford,
Lively.
and Washington and Lively. I think are locked in.
Those guys are
next
in.
year. Exum's under contract. He'll be back.
Exum's there next
I think
year.
Derek Jones is a wild card. What does he get on the open
Derek
market?
Jones could get paid. Tim Hardaway's on the
They
trading
could
block.
find if they can find a way to get the full mid-level freed up, then maybe you give that to Derek Jones.
Could. Tim Hardaway's on the trading block.
Kleba, maybe.
I'll tell you who else is on the trading block. Jaden Hardy is on the trading block.
Yeah. For sure.
It's not the offseason yet, though.
No.
Too early to be talking about the offseason.
Good spurt here, Coop.
Good spurt. They
I like the pace.
Showed pace, showed energy.
And that's something they did more this year than they've done historically with Luka. They've been one of the slower teams, but this year, weren't they like 10th or 11th in pace?
Yes, they played a lot faster
They
this year.
need to do that more because the Clippers they're just so long and they have different guys on the wing. They're good. Their half-court defense is solid.
They got some good stops.
You got to get out and yeah, I mean, look, the Mavs defense since the first quarter has actually been pretty solid.
It has been.
They've held the Clippers to 27 points since the start of the second quarter.
I mean, I'm not joking. They looked in the first half worse than my intramural basketball team that I'm playing on right now that has not won a game.
I assume you're not talking about the Chat Sports Intermount.
I am not.
Okay. We scored more points in the first half than the Mavericks.
Yeah,
did.
we had what?
38. We had 38
we
at
finished
half.
with 88 or something like
No,
that.
it was like 71.
70 or something.
71. It's over 70. I think it was 71.
Is
71
Kid
or
on the
70.
block with the first round exit? I would go no.
I doubt it, but if they get smoked in like 5 and Kawhi doesn't do much, I think at least
do
that
believe-
I think those rumors start.
I think he signed a 4-year deal though, so
That don't
next
mean-
year would be the last.
Maybe they'd play next year out, no extension.
Yeah, he's under contract through next season. So
I could see them not extending him if they lose in the first
I could see
round.
that as well. He will be the head coach of the Mavs next year.
Yeah.
They did just win 50 games, second time in 3 seasons.
And a 4 or 5 game series, this is all hypothetical because I don't think that's going to happen. But if they were to lose in 4 or 5 and Kawhi wasn't really a factor, that would be alarming. Like that.
It would be. Yeah, no question.
Because I think coming into the series with Kawhi, the Mavericks were favored.
No question.
So if they were to lose in ugly fashion without Kawhi, that would not be good. But positive vibes. Let's chip away here. Still some time. I think you said it earlier. If anything less than 15 heading into the fourth, you at least have a shot.
Yep.
Ideally, you'd get it closer to 10, but it's 22 right now. The next 4 or 5 minutes, let's see if they can make a push here. Good pressure here. Yeah, Mavs are playing D now. 5 on the clock. Washington defending
Great
George.
defense.
Great defense. Tough 3. I mean, if he's going to make that, you tip your cap. That's an excellent defensive possession for Dallas.
Pushed off again, by the way.
Yeah, it was a push off, but they don't call that clearly. Irving up top to Washington. Doncic on the left block, working on Terrence Mann.
Short.
Left that short. I mean, you live with that look all day. Luka should make that shot. That is the problem when you're trying to erase a big deficit like this, Coop, is like, if they're going to make tough shots, I mean, it just makes it almost impossible.
No question about it.
Coffee from
And
3.
if you're going to give them wide open shots, it's...
And now all of a sudden it's back up to 28.
It's a moot point. That's their biggest lead of the game, by the way.
I know, you think you're chipping away, and 2 possessions later, biggest deficit. Good pull-up from Irving. 67-41. Oh, goodness. You can't get down 26 at halftime. I mean, it's just too much. Way too much. Not to Exum, set the check in. Another push-off by Harden. Paul George for 3. Buried. Oh, now they're getting good looks again. Kyrie, screen to Gafford, goes up strong. I feel like that was contact. Didn't get a foul call. Harden racing the other way. Misses the bank layup.
He's fouling on every single offensive possession.
Derrick Jones flies in off the glass.
Why are you taking that shot?
Oh, wow. They're going to say that's off the Clippers. 70-41. Christ. Oh, yeah, Zubats elbowed Luka in the head on an offensive rebound attempt. They're showing the replay now.
Nice.
More of a forearm, but still.
Leva already in the game, as is
Kyrie,
Exum.
pull-up floater. Good. He's starting to cook a little bit, but probably too little too late here. Down 27 midway through the third. Oh, man. Zubats hands it off, or fakes the handoff, swings it over to Mann. Is he even taking a shot?
Doesn't feel like it.
George up top with 3 on the shot clock.
He'll probably make
Tough shot, fadeaway 3. No good. Go, go, go. Kyrie racing across. Step back midi. Good.
That was nice. Kyrie's starting to cook
Kyrie.
a little bit. I mean, we need God mode Kyrie if they want to do anything in this game.
I mean, back to 25, 6 minutes here. Can you gain 10 more points of ground the rest of the quarter? That's probably what you need.
Not if James Harden's going to push off every game.
Every possession. Good trap under the basket on Zubat. Short, got a rebound. Harden's going to get another 3. No good. Lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Mavs coming the other way. Luka gets downhill, and 1 attempt is no good, but he'll go to the line for 2. Got to make both.
Yep.
Got to make both. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be live for as many of these games as we can. For sure, Game 2 on Tuesday night, excuse me. We're trying to figure out Game 3 and Game 4 plans, because Game 3 is during the second night of the NFL Draft. Game 4 is the day after busy days. We're going to try to be live for those, so stay tuned for that. We'll have post-game shows after every game, so lock it in. We got you covered here.
Westbrook in for the Clippers.
First one was good, by the way. Not an efficient game from Luka. 5 of 15. Started 4 of 9, too, so he's 1 for his last 6.
James Harden trying to cheat to get in the lane already.
Second free throw is good. All right. 23 here. You got to get it under 20 net. That's the next milestone. Cleveland Zubats. I'm surprised the Clippers didn't attack this matchup more in the first half. That's decent defense, but it's still too strong from Zubats. Jump hook is good. I mean,
Cleveland has no chance in that matchup.
No, I mean, if Gafford can't win that matchup. Luka, pull up 3 is good. 22.
They left them wide open there. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, they did not handle that screen properly.
Couple stops, couple scores, you're in the game.
Yep. 15 by the end of the quarter is the goal. Harden crossover on Luka, but good defense by Doncic.
Push.
Harden wants a foul there. That's a goddamn
5 on
joke.
4.
Luka gets downhill. God,
That's a bad shot from Luka.
good follow by Kyrie, though. 20-point game.
All right.
All right. Here we go. 20-point game. Got 4:50 to go in the quarter. Got to get 15 or less, Coop.
15 or less. That's
15
what
or
you
less. 15 or less. Let's tell you about our sponsor on today's show, and we'll show you our entry we made with Prize Picks for this game to see where things sit right now. Prize Picks, the best daily fantasy sports app that exists in North America, the most used as well. 3 million users actively on this app daily. You should be one of them. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. Listen, what's cool about Prize Picks is with it being daily fantasy is you can change your lineup every single day. Basketball, baseball, NHL, UFC, and a whole lot more. You can cross over sports with your picks. This is what we had for today. More than 52.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Luka. He's got
18, 11, and 4 right now, so that's
33. It's possible. He's going to need a big finish here. Kyrie Irving, more than 25.5 points. He's up to 19. Feel good about where he sits there. And then Paul George, 19.5. He's at 11. That was a goblin pick, too, so that would be disappointing if that didn't hit. But for the Mavs' sake, hopefully it doesn't. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100 today. Pick more, pick less. What's also cool about Prize Picks, Coop, is you can check out celebrity picks. Tons of celebrities playing Prize Picks every single day, just like Meek Mill, Andrew Schultz, and others. Go to the celebrity tab. You'll be able to find it within the app. Download the app. It's in the live chat. Use the promo code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100.
Benny says we are happy with a 20-point deficit. No one is happy.
We're not happy, but we're trying to rally the troops here.
No one is happy.
In the first half, we were too negative, Coop, and now we're too positive.
Yeah, you can't win sometimes. No one is happy. They've played well in this first 6 minutes. Is it well enough to get them back in the game? Not really.
It's been a good third quarter, but when you're down 26 at the half, doesn't matter too much. But look, I mean, you at least would expect a team to come out hard after an embarrassing first half, and they deserve some credit for that.
They did.
Are we pleased with this game? Not even close.
No. Do not get it twisted.
22 points. By the way, it's down to 450 here in the third quarter. 450 here. Yeah, I mean, look, you got to get this under 15 to have a reasonable shot in the fourth. 20-plus point fourth quarter comebacks are very rare. 15 or less, 10 to 15 is rare too, but it's achievable. Well, and here's the thing too, Coop. If you somehow get this to single digits at some point in the fourth quarter, they don't have Kawhi, you've cut into that deficit the entire second half, then the Clippers might get a little tight. But you gotta get to that point though and put a little pressure on and force somebody to step up for LA. I mean, the three ball is the difference in this game. The Dallas is 4 of 20. The Clippers are 11 of 23. It's a 21-point difference. You're down 20. So this is a problem too. Luka and Kyrie have combined for 37 points, 13 of 29 for the field, which isn't even great for them, but it's decent. Rest of the team has 15 combined points on 5 of 25 shooting.
You got to find somewhere else. Who's going to be that third scorer? I thought it would be.
Early on, I thought it'd be Washington, and I can't remember the last time he took a shot.
No, the Mavs have 22 points in the first 6 minutes of this quarter, first 7 minutes of this quarter, and they had 30 in the first half.
It is even a little alarming, though. You're 9 of 13 to start this quarter, and you've only made up 6 points.
Yep.
So not great. But
Mavs showing a little bit of pressure out here.
pick it up full court. George working on Washington. Kicks it out to Westbrook, who tries to get into the paint. Kicks it out, Terrence Mann, wide open three. That
was good offense.
It's good offense, man. Good offense out of a timeout by Tyron Lue. Luka working on Mann.
Needs help. There's Maxey flashing in the lane, bringing Zubats over.
Luka fade away, gets the roll.
God, get Maxey off the court, dude. I don't care if you have to play Marquis for
Dude,
Omax.
It's 4-on-5 offense.
I think I'd rather play Omax.
I mean, the way he finished. Good defense from Luka.
That's 8. That's 8.
Are they calling that a foul?
I think Luka even raised his finger that it was a foul too.
Okay.
If Luka's telling the ref it's a foul, it's a foul.
I don't know if I agree with him, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, he hooked him.
Well, you got to call that earlier then, because by the time you called it, it was not a foul. I'm just saying.
NBA refs aren't the sharpest knives in the drawer.
By the time they called that, Harden had just fallen to the ground. It was a foul earlier on though, so that's fine. Paul George, Washington defending, good defense from Washington again.
Oh my!
That's
Mavs ball.
Oh, I don't know about that. Good defense. Paul George elevated, wanted to throw that down, and got challenged at the rim. Out of bounds on Dallas. 3.5 seconds. You cannot afford a basket give up here.
Maxey trying to let Zubac. There you go.
Paul George gonna have to take a tough fadeaway. God, I thought he buried it. Can't get the offensive or rebound. Westbrook gets the offensive board.
George wide open.
Wide open corner three. Missed it. Can't get the rebound. Oh, you got lucky. Zubac dropped it. Right through his hands. I don't know how he dropped that.
Luka has the Zubac matchup.
Get downhill here, man. He does. Good. Oh.
What is Maxey Kleber doing?
Get Kleber out of the game. Get Kleber out of the fucking game. Luka basically draws the double,
and Kleber
passes around him, and Kleber just no interest in catching the pass.
He thought it was off the Clippers. It clearly was not.
I mean, what is he doing?
I mean, dude.
Luka's yelling at him, too. Like, make a fucking play.
Get him out of the game, man.
You can't play him extended minutes in this series if you're going to struggle like this, because he gives you no offense. Kyrie off the steal, coming the other way. Spin move, gets the foul. Good job there. That didn't have numbers, but drew the contact. Especially when you're trying to have a comeback here, Coop. You can't play him because he can't score.
Cannot afford this.
I mean, I would almost go crazy small and just go
Washington at the 5.
I mean, why not? Try and get a bunch of shooting out there. If you don't want to play Gafford or Lively, then go super small because Cleveland's not going to shoot the basketball. So you got to get them out of the game.
And they do.
No, they're playing big. They get Gafford in for Washington. Keeping Cleveland in for some reason.
Go give me a follow on Twitter, by the way, at Jeff_Coop27. I'm always tweeting about the Mavs. Dallas sports.
Kids hard on for Kleba is mind-boggling.
I understand some of it, but man, when he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it.
You're down 20 and you need to score. He cannot score.
Can't score.
He can't be in the game.
Can't play on offense.
I just don't get it.
Mavs get it under 20.
That's 19. You got a shot to get this to 15 still. Final 2:40 of the quarter.
Come on, Gaff. Got cooked.
Got lucky. Missed it.
Maxey almost stole the rebound away from Luka and gave it to the Clips.
Step back jack from Luka. Sure.
I hate that shot.
I do too.
Why are you taking that shot?
That's just you're trying to erase a 20-point comeback in one shot. You just can't do it. Good cross from Paul George. Stopped at the rim from Gafford, but no one wants to help him out and get the rebound. Zubac cleans it up. That was a great block.
Great block.
Back down 21. Kyrie working on man.
Oh.
Good cross. Gets into the lane, lays it up and in. Big quarter from Irving here. Down 19. Got to get a stop and score here, Coop.
Yes, need a stop and a couple of scores, frankly.
Minute 50 left.
You're down 19.
2 stops and 2 scores. It's 15.
Why is Gafford guarding Zubac all the way out on the three-point line?
Yeah, just stand at the free throw line. Norm Powell, floater off the glass, no good.
Oh, look, Gafford
no one ready
chases
to
the
rebound.
block. He chases the block and he doesn't get the board.
I mean, Zubac is just taking your lunch money in this game. It's embarrassing. Luka on the elbow.
Trying to get the foul. Good play by Gafford, not enough.
Jeez, man. 7 of 20 from Doncic, not going to do it.
Whenever they have a semblance of momentum, it just gets killed.
79 after that layup.
Oh, my bad.
It's been a better quarter, but you can't get down 26.
It's a better quarter, yeah, exactly.
It's too much.
If it was a 4-point game, this quarter would be good.
Yeah. If you're down 15 at the half, it's doable. 26.
Good.
I mean, that's how this game has gone. The Mavericks strip Westbrook, and it ends up right in the hands of, is that Terrence Mann for a dunk? Down 23 again. Kyrie getting double teamed in the corner.
Gets fouled.
Yeah, it's foul. Is that bonus action or first in the final two?
I believe that is first in the last two. Mavs will side out of bounds this. 50 seconds.
Man, at this point, down 23, I mean, you're hoping to get it under 20. Stop and score, or score, stop and score. You're not getting it to 15, that's for sure. Oh, my God. Gafford got the ball outside the three-point line, drove, had a dunk, which was a sick play, and he missed the dunk. And it leads out to a three for them. How did he miss that dunk? And now you're down 26, so you've made no ground in the third quarter. Deep three from Kyrie is good. I mean, he's had a hell of a quarter.
He's had a great quarter, but it doesn't matter.
No one's running with him. 2 for 1 at least. Stop and score to get it to 20 maybe. I mean, I feel like the Mavs played a good quarter, and they've only made up 3 points. It's not a good sign when you're going up against a team without Kawhi. 20 points for Irving in the quarter. He's hit his more on Prize Picks, by the way.
Yes, he has.
PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Terrence Mann in the corner takes a three.
God,
Cash.
Hardaway is a turnstile.
Made up no ground in this quarter unless they score here. And even if they do, at most you've made up 2 or 3 points. You know Hardaway's going to jack here. Fadeaway three. He buried it, too.
Of course he does.
Tim makes the most meaningless shots of all time.
Good job, Tim. Woo.
Better quarter, but not good enough.
The only reason I'm going to say type your fours is so we can get out of here. Everyone type your fours down in the comments. Oh, boy.
I mean, I think you go hard for the first 5, and if you don't get it close to 10, you just pull the plug on this, I think. I think if you don't get this to 15 by the 6-minute mark, you pull the plug.
Absolutely.
Disappointing.
I'm dejected. I'm completely dejected.
I mean, even that quarter, you feel like they played a lot better, and you only won that quarter by 3 points. And that's with Kyrie scoring 20.
That's what I'm saying. If it was a 10-point game, and you have this quarter, you're going into the fourth quarter down 7, you're right in the game.
But I'm just thinking big picture, too. It's like, Kawhi's not even playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Don't know. Some stats after that quarter. Get the 4s in. Coop will get some shout-outs in a second.
Shout out Ashwin, Johnson, Tibor.
Here are the stats for both teams through 3. Kyrie, 9 of 14, 26 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He's been good. Luka, not very good. 7 of 20, 20 points. Just 2 of 9 from 3. He does have 11 rebounds. Leads all players except Zubac, who has 15. 4 assists for Luka. Gafford is not giving you much. 3 points. How about this from Gafford, Coop? 0 rebounds. That is, when Zubac has 15, you want to talk about getting your ass kicked? Gafford has gotten pummeled by Zubac in this game. Derrick Jones, 0 for 4, no points. Does have 2 blocks, but virtually a non-factor. P.J. Washington, 2 of 6, 6 points. Maxi Kleber, 0 for 3, no points. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Tim Hardaway, 1 for 3, 4 points. Dereck Lively. Lively did not play that quarter, by the way.
He did not, no, not
did
at all.
not play. I don't know what to make of that. 1 of 3, 2 points. He played 16 minutes in the first half. Maybe it's a minutes thing. He can only give you 20 or so. I'm not sure. Dante Exum, 1 of 4, 3 points.
Kyrie went 8 of 8, by the way, had 20 points in that fourth.
And you won the quarter by 3.
Yeah.
James Harden leads the Clippers, 23 points. He's 7 of 14. He started 6 of 8, so you've actually defended him a lot better since then. 1 of 6 since. But this cannot continue, Coop. Zubac, 10 of 17, 20 points, and 15 rebounds through 3 quarters.
How is that possible?
I mean, you were getting fucked on by, excuse my language for any kids watching out there. You're getting hammered by Ivica Zubac again.
The Mavericks traded for Daniel Gafford for this reason.
And
where have you been?
20 and 15 for Zubac, 0 and 3 for Gafford.
Where have you been,
I mean,
Daniel
that
Gafford?
is That's shocking. Sorry, 3-0 for Gafford. No rebounds.
No rebounds for Daniel Gafford in this ballgame?
And Zubat says 15. No rebounds. That's impossible.
I'm sorry. I said this at the end of the first quarter. I am starting Dereck Lively next game if he is ready to play.
What are you making him not playing at all that quarter?
Is it an injury thing?
Minutes
Is it
restriction?
they were just trying to do something different? I don't know.
I'll tell you what. I don't need 19 minutes of Maxi Kleber when he's giving you no points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists.
It's not going to
He
work,
has
man.
2 blocks, but I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. It's 4-on-5 when
Lively's
he's in the
game
game
right now.
Dereck Lively starting the 4th. Playoff career high for Zubats, which is hard to believe. I feel like he averages 20 against the Mavs.
Oh, yeah. That is shocking.
Hardaway for 3. No good. Luka, 12th rebound of the game. Washington for 3. Cashes it. 20-point game. I mean, your only shot, even 1% chance, you got to go on like a 15-3 spurt
That's
here.
correct.
I mean, in the first 5 minutes. 4 minutes. It's got to happen right now. That's probably the message from Kidd. Let's go hard for 5, and if we don't make up ground, we're going to pull the cord on this game.
Look, I've seen the Mavs blow a 19-point lead in 3 minutes this year. Who's to say they can't do it? Dereck Lively has to catch the basketball, though, for them to be able to.
Luka tried to 60-foot pass it to Lively. Not an easy catch, but
Again,
if he catches it, it's a dunk.
I know Lively's dealing with a lot of things right now, but the game looks way too rich for him.
He also knows how Luka plays. Like, he's just got to be ready to catch that ball.
Got to be ready.
Lively on Harden here. We'll see how he holds up.
Trying to force Harden right. Josh Green in the game for the first time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Good block,
Good
by
block by
Lively.
D-Live.
Help defense there. 1.4 on the shot clock. I like going Josh Green here, Coop. See if he can show you something.
He gives you energy whenever he's on the court at the very minimum.
I mean, if nothing else, maybe he can find something and work his way into the series.
Luka not guarding the inbound pass. I hate when they do that.
Especially when...
Good block again by Live.
Here we go, 3-on-2. Luka, good pass. Extra pass to Tim. Good pass by Exum. 18-point game. I mean, how soon do you go back to Kyrie? If you get this under 15, I think you got to get him in there.
Soon, for sure.
Westbrook takes a 3. God almighty. I mean, if he's hitting 3s, that is just brutal.
You live, you live with that. It sucks.
Oh, I know.
But
You got to let him shoot it, but it's just like, Christ, man. I mean, that's a foul. I mean, whoa. God, Westbrook.
I hate Russ. That's a technical, by the way. It should be.
Luka's just laughing at him like, dude, like, what are you talking about?
Luka's been called for that before.
Side out of bounds. Lively over to Tim. He'll shoot this if he gets the chance. Back to Lively. He gets it over to Luka. Luka in the paint, little floater. Gets it to go. 19-point game.
They're stringing a little something together.
You just got to
here.
string a few stops. I mean, it's going to take like a stretch of 5 stops in a row to have a shot, which they'll get like 2 or 3, but...
They're going to go ISO here with Harden on Lively.
Well, maybe not. I don't mind that switch.
That's a
getting
weird
Luka on him.
switch, yeah.
I don't mind Lively chasing around Westbrook. I mean, let him shoot that. That's
Yeah.
fine. Complete brick.
If he wants to shoot, you can let him shoot. I don't care that he
Start
made his
building
first
some
free.
houses in Inglewood with that shot. Luka. Floater again. God, I mean, he's just going to have to make those if you're going to have a
He
chance.
knows it too.
Oh, jeez. Harden, 3.
No
Way
good.
short. Run.
Go.
There you go.
Shitty
Hardaway.
pass.
Ah,
Hardaway's going to shoot this.
no.
Thank God.
Luka gets a screen from Lively. God, Luka should just lay that in. Washington for 3.
Lively's not rolling hard.
I mean, why does he not try to just go up with that, though?
I know.
Like, he's got the angle.
Good D by the
Good
Mavs.
block. See, this is the problem. You get like 3 stops in a row and you haven't scored.
Yep.
Like, Mavs 7 of 26 from 3. Clippers 15 of 30.
Kyrie
I mean,
back in
that's-
for Green.
I didn't even notice Green in those 3 minutes.
He was active on defense, gave him a little energy, but nothing on the offensive. And I don't know if he even touched the ball.
I don't think he did. Good strip.
Luka steals.
Go, Luka.
No one
numbers
with him.
here.
No
but-
one with him. He walked.
Good pass by Washington. Lively reverse layup. No good, but goes to the line for 2. Damn, if that goes, could cut it to 16. It's a great pass. Good cut from Lively there. It's probably the biggest burst of energy we've seen from him offensively.
It is.
You do wonder where his wind is at. He hasn't played in a game in 3 weeks.
Good pass from PJ. Lively I think it's 55% from the line this year, so of course he bricks that one.
Well, that's why, like, when he missed the layup, you're just like, that's probably a 2-point difference.
Yeah. Like I said, the game is too rich for him, but at the same time, I think he got to start.
You just gotta play him through it here in the 4th. Get him some run. Made the second.
Made it.
18-point game. So you've made up. How much were they down going into the 4th?
23.
22.
22.
Yeah. 23.
No, yeah.
So they've made up
5.
5 points. All right. Turnover on the Clips.
If the Clips are going to do that, I'll help you get back in the ballgame. Now you got to make a shot here.
3 ball here. It's a 15-point game.
And the assholes of the Clippers start getting a little tight. Westbrook forces 4 turnovers. That's what he does, but he acts like he's a Hall of Famer. He will actually be in the Hall of Fame, unfortunately.
Luka for 3. It's good. Here we go. Timeout Clippers. 15-point game.
I don't know why they left him wide open. They said a double screen. Luka has all day.
Sub for Mavs Dubs. Sub
Come
for
on,
Mavs
baby.
Dubs. Let's go.
They are not out of the woods.
If you're a Mavericks fan, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button.
Come out of the gate, get a stop and a score again.
Get it under 10 by the 5-minute mark, you got a chance.
Come on.
Hit that subscribe button.
Thank you to all the 26,000 real ones that subscribe to the channel already. We greatly appreciate your support. We cover the Mavs every single day. If this is the first time that you're coming across our channel, we're doing watch parties all throughout the postseason and covering the 2024 offseason better than anyone else on the Dallas Mavericks. I can guarantee you that.
Sub for Mavericks Dubs will be live for Game 2. We'll have a post-game show as well. Don't go anywhere. Mavs trying to make a push.
Proud Vet says this is a masterclass in why the league doesn't respect Luka numbers. All right, dude.
I don't even know what that means. Luka went to a conference finals at 23 years old, dude. Or 22 years old. 22 or 23.
And he's only going to finish second MVP voting this year, but yeah, doesn't respect his numbers.
Appreciate that, Nestor. T-Phil says cut it to 10. Yeah, you got to get it down to 10.
Nestor, that's a real one. Shout out. If you get a stop and you get a score here, you make it a little interesting. I think the Clippers took that timeout because they could feel a little something coming on.
I will say this, Tyron Lue has taken some good timeouts.
He has.
Every time the Mavs have kind of made a little push, he's taken a timeout, and they've kind of settled back in.
If the Mavs played a D first half, they are right in the ballgame.
It's like an 8-point game. Yeah.
But they played an F. So.
F minus.
Or not.
I mean, look. How many points do you think you got to get to win this game? Probably 105. You probably need 30 more points, realistically. At least 100. I mean, I don't think you're holding the Clips to under 10.
I think if 105 is your target score, I think. I'd agree.
It's doable, but it's,
remaining.
You're going to have to go nuclear. Like, you're going to have to probably hit. You've hit 8 threes in this game. You probably got to hit 6 more. I'm serious.
You're going to have to shoot 80% the rest of the game.
At least 60 or 70.
Tibor says it's 11:30 in Slovenia. I just wanted to go to sleep, but I'll stick around, I guess. 15 is not much in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
that's true, brother. 15,
hang with us.
15 is not much in the NBA nowadays.
The problem is, it's not just 15. It's you've already chased 11.
Yeah.
Like, you've been the one playing catch-up here.
If you're the Mavs, you erase that.
Yeah.
You say it's an 11-point game or a 15-point game, and you try to do what you can from there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tibor, though, sticking it out in Ljubljana.
Got to think the Mavs or the Clips go back to Paul George here.
Yes, certainly. And Zubats, for that matter.
Yeah. Here we go.
Ty Lue telling the Clips they need to be more physical. Not sure how much more they can do. They're already cheating, trying to push off the Mavs every possession.
Clips 15 of 30 from deep. Mavs 8 for 27.
Not going to get it done, man.
Big difference there.
Mavs full court pressing to start here. Maxi fucking Kleba's back in the game. God almighty.
He's +1 somehow, which seems.
He's going to close the game, too. Because.
Oh, easy backdoor.
There's Ty Lue again, drawing up a great out-of-bounds play, out of timeout. Mavs give up an early bucket. That's a backbreaker.
Good thing you went to Kleba. Not that that was his fault, but just like, if you're going to go to him, you better string together stop after stop.
Luka's trying to go hero mode.
Kleba, top the key, not even looking to shoot. Wide open catch and shoot.
3 seconds left on the shot clock.
He has to shoot from deep. Oh, my God. Get him out of the game.
Horrible.
Get him out of the game. He has to shoot that first one. Otherwise, he cannot be allowed to play. That is just abysmal. Paul George, fade away. All right.
Yeah,
game.
that's it.
It was a cute little push. Now you're down 19 again. Kleba over to Doncic, who takes a 3, makes it.
Him and Kyrie have gotten hot, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, you hope that carries over into game 2, but 16-point game. I mean, Luka's been pretty bad for his standards. He's got 28. Crazy. Paul George on the right wing, catch and shoot 3. I mean, that's a tough shot. He makes it. Oh, my God, man. Irving brings it across. Kleba catches it. Passes it back to Kyrie, lays it up. No good. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Oh, good strip by Luka. And Tim Hardaway punts the ball out of bounds. Luka, did you see that? Luka strips the ball and Tim can't grab it. What a loser. Golly, man. The role players have given you zilch in this game.
I've given you nothing.
Who's been the Mavs' third best player in this game?
Josh Green.
Just because he hasn't played?
Well, we said
All
the
right,
Mavs
I think you pulled the ripcord here.
We said the Mavs had to get to 105.
Down 22 again. I'm not playing my key guys much longer if I'm Kid.
No.
6 minutes left. You're down 22. It's time to call it an afternoon. Time to call it an afternoon. I mean, your role players, Coop, and I'm talking everybody outside of Kyrie and Luka.
Yep.
P.J. Washington, 3 of 8, 9 points. Derek Jones, 0 for 4, 0 points. Daniel Gafford, 1 for 4, 3 points. 0 rebounds, by the way. 0. Luka misses the first. Kyrie, 9 of 15, 26 points. Luka, 10 of 24, 28 points. Maxi Kleber, 0 for 4, 0 points. Tim Hardaway, 2 for 5, 6 points. Dereck Lively, 1 for 3, 3 points. Josh Green, no shot attempts in 3 minutes, 0 points. Dante Exum, 3 points, 1 of 4 shooting. I mean, you got to have somebody give you anything outside of your two big guys. I don't care how good Luka and Kyrie could average 80. If you don't have a third guy give you 10, and by the way, 2 kerfuffles.
There's kerfuffle number 2.
You were right. The over-under was 1.5. Well, Zubats is just, oh my God, he's just throwing Kleber to the ground. Look at this.
The Clippers are an embarrassing
Look at this.
organization.
Look at this. I mean, what are you doing?
They're going to win game 1, but I mean, this organization's a fucking joke. It's why they've never made the finals. They're going to go review this. It's going to take 5 minutes.
Talk about Prize Picks in the meantime. It's not just NBA playoff action that you can get in on the action with Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. You got all kinds of sports. You got the NBA playoffs. You got the NHL playoffs. You got Major League Baseball, UFC, NFL season long stat projections. It's all available at PrizePicks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a $100 deposit match when you sign up.
Let's check in on
check
here.
where we're at this point since the Mavs aren't going to win the game. Luka's total is at 41 plus 5, 46. So he needs a combined 7 points, rebounds, and assists. I do worry Jason Kidd's going to pull him soon, so we'll see if that one
Kyrie?
hits. Kyrie,
Cash.
check. Paul George is at 18, so we need one more basket out of him. If he scores again and Luka gets 7 more between points, rebounds, and assists, we would cash it in. 10 to win just over 40. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. Listen, it's fun. It's different every day. When your team's getting blown out, Coop, you still have something to watch for.
Absolutely. This is why you play PrizePicks. Do it with us. Go to PrizePicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. Be sure to do it with PrizePicks.
Get started today. Links in the live chat. Like you said, we're on about minute 3 of this review, Coop.
Yeah, Ed Malloy, this is a stat, by the way. He goes to the replay more than any official in the NBA. And if there's ever an excuse to go to the replay, he'll do it. This needs to be replayed because Ivica Zubac, for no reason, just threw Maxi Kleber down. He will get a technical for this.
I mean, doing that shit up 21 in the
You're
fourth.
a joke.
I mean, it's
You're
embarrassing.
an embarrassing. Go to the finals one time, and then you can do that shit. I wonder if PJ Washington gets a technical here. Because he kind of pushes Zubac out of the way. I mean, Maxi gets up and tries to defend himself.
Man, what an abysmal game this has been from Dallas.
Former Mavs legend Richard Jefferson on the
broadcast.
broadcast.
Richard Jefferson doesn't have 3 buttons down from that shirt. You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
The guy's in shape. I'll give him that.
Ivica Zubac is an absolute fraud bum, but he has 20 and 15, so who am I to talk shit about?
Somehow they took a rebound away from him. Now he's got 20 and 14. Make that make sense. Let's see.
Technical foul on Zubac, as it should be.
Yeah.
And a flagrant one. So that's 3 free throws for the Mavs.
And the ball, right? Or no,
It will not be
because
the ball.
The Mavs, it was Clips possession.
So Kyrie will shoot the technical. Fraud Maxi will shoot the 2 free throws. He'll probably miss one.
That's 1 of 2 at best.
I mean, what a dumbass Zubac was.
I mean, yeah, this game is essentially over. Why would you breathe any life into Dallas by doing that shit? So I guess Kleba's up first. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Kyrie
would shoot first, wouldn't
Luka was saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Kyrie's going to take the first one.
Just 1, right?
Yes. 1 for the tech, 2 for the flagrant.
Zubac is crying to the official. Classic. They make all 3 of these. It's 18. I mean, it's not impossible. It's obviously a long shot. Kyrie makes his. Now Kleba.
Kyrie is...
Wait, so these are undefended free throws.
Yes.
But it will be Clippers ball.
It will be
still?
Clippers ball.
Okay. All right.
There's the miss from Maxi. God, I hate him.
He sucks.
Kyrie, by the way, is over 95% from the foul line in the 4th quarter in his career with the Mavs, and Kleber makes the second. That's
classic split. Dude, it's Dallas.
Oh, it is
ball.
going to be the Mavs ball. Okay. Pardon me.
If Kleba would have made both, a 3 would make it back to 15.
And he's still in the ball game.
Oh, God. Oh, they
He's going to get the dribble handoff to Luka. Luka gets the Zubac matchup.
Just clear out here. They're going to double.
They're going to
They
double.
can give it up.
Kyrie clears him out. Good job by Kyrie
Yeah.
off ball. Luka cooks him.
Step back midi. That was easy. 17. I mean, they're going to lose this game by like 11.
Yeah.
But it was never close. And they're going to end up playing them all the way, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
Which it's the postseason, so do it.
I know, but it's like Harden gets downhill, draws invisible contact, and will go to the line for 2. Shocker. Sub for Mavs Dubs. They may not get one today, but we'll be back trying again for Game 2. So hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. We got you covered. Harden's first one is good. No replay from ABC to see if he actually got fouled. Shocker.
Which he was fouled, I believe, but it was soft nonetheless. Josh Green back in the game.
I'd play him the rest of the way.
Why not?
Get some
you have.
Get some legs under him.
I mean, okay, I was about to say.
Paul George goes Kyrie to the ground 40 feet away from the basket for some reason.
I think that's I have been a big defender of Jason Kidd. I think it's poor coaching to have Maxi Kleber in the game. I think it is.
What's the point
what
of
does he
having
give
him
you?
out there?
He doesn't.
I get he's a decent defender, but like
he doesn't space the floor like he used to.
You're trying to chase here. Like I get this isn't just about this game at this point, but like what are you trying to accomplish with Kleber out there? Call me crazy just to see how you match up. Why not try a Washington at the 5 lineup just to see how you play?
Maybe it's because
if you get drilled, who cares?
I think it's because Kidd doesn't want to give out that look in meaningless minutes.
I guess. What are you giving away? It's the playoffs.
I mean,
you're going to see him 7 times.
And every team knows everybody already.
Yeah.
Of course, Kyrie misses a fourth quarter free throw.
They
get the rebound, though, and they don't finish it.
Unbelievable.
Get on the ground.
Can't even get a tie-up. God. That was really your one tiny chance. Miss that and score. Well, for Prize Picks purposes, hopefully George scores here. He takes a long 3. Oh, my God, in and out. That's brutal if you have Paul George.
Josh Green, go to the rim. Yeah,
there you go. Good drive.
He's a bad free throw shooter, too, though.
Makes no sense.
Sub 70% on the season for Josh.
Makes no sense.
But I do like giving him minutes here.
I like the attack, too.
He's aggressive.
Made the first one.
And, I don't even hate Maxi Kleber like that, but he is unplayable in this series, and it has to be realized. It has to be realized.
I just, unless he's a tiny threat to score from 3, you're playing 4-on-5 every time down the floor, offensively. Which, in small minute chunks, is okay, but he's on minute 23 of the game. You got to cut that in half at least.
I wonder if they're concerned about both Lively and Gafford's injuries.
Play small then, man.
I agree. Or play Markieff Morris. I'm serious. Good D by Green. He's been good.
Yep. He's
earned himself some minutes.
Shit, I'd play him over Tim next game. Not that Tim did anything wrong in this game other than smoke a
He's
wide
just
open.
there.
He's just not giving you much. At least Josh is going to give you some defense.
That's got to go.
PJ for 3. No good. Follows his own shot.
Oh my
kicks
goodness.
it. Almost out of bounds. Gets it back. Doncic just inside the half-court line. And you get a 3 here. You're down 13. Washington. Floater's good. 14-point game. And you're, in it, but you're not?
Yeah.
10-2 run.
Like you said, they're going to lose by 10, and it's
never been close.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mavs have competed in the second half. I'll give them that.
The last 3 quarters. Yeah.
2.5, 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Defense has been good the last 3, but better at least.
That was a tough move.
Actually, that's not true. They gave up 31 points
And Josh Green can't grab
in the third quarter. Second half, you've outscored them 58-46. I mean, it's good.
If it was a 20-point game at halftime, you'd be in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't score 30 points in the first half.
No.
It's just that
Can't
simple.
happen. Mavs take their use it or lose it. They actually have another one as well, so I wonder if they take it after this.
Shocker, they have extra timeouts after they weren't using them, down 30 in the first half? What a joke.
Kid's always a proponent of letting his team play. At some point, dude,
you're on the road. The crowd's getting into it. You got to calm shit down. You've got a rookie center playing. Like, you gotta feel the game out a little bit. All right. Thanks, everybody who's been tuning in. Can we get to 100 likes? We're 23 likes away from 100.
Yes,
we would appreciate it.
Icon.
Like the video.
It helps tell YouTube that we are here.
Yeah. Sends more people to us next game, hopefully, as well. So hit that like button. Someone says, what if Kawhi plays game 2? Well, then it gets harder. I mean, the bottom line is you have to play better.
You had to win. You had to win this one without Kawhi, and you didn't.
I mean, look. If Kawhi's back game 2, I don't think this is an insurmountable series all of a sudden. But if you play a half like you did today in the first half, at any point the rest of the series, you're done because that costs you. That would be 2 games you lost automatically. Like
absolutely.
You cannot play a half like that again, regardless of who's playing.
And even a 2-0 lead, like you said, isn't insurmountable. But
Here, do it different, like.
That's on me.
Hyped about a game
That's
we
a wrong
wanted
one.
to win.
That's
Hit that
me.
like button. Someone says, don't think we see Claw till game 4. Look, if I'm the Clippers, if I'm concerned at all about Kawhi, I'm not playing him game 2. Why would I?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, even if you lose game 2, you'd probably take that if you're the Clips. You split the 2 games without Kawhi. They know they've proven they can win in Dallas in the playoffs.
They have. And the Mavs have proven they can win in LA as well, so.
You just wonder, like, I don't know, like, Gafford's a guy I'm looking at. Like, is this going to be a trend or can he find something? Because if it's going to be this one-sided at the center position, you got no shot in this series. I mean, Zubats and I'll even throw Plumlee in there, even though he hasn't given them much, but he has 5 rebounds. They are a combined 11 for 21 for 22 points and 19 rebounds. Gafford and Lively are 2 for 7, 6 points, and 4 rebounds. I mean, you want to talk about not close?
You overhauled your bigs this summer to fix this problem, and it has been just as bad, if not worse.
It's one game, but if you told me Zubats would go for 20 and 15 roughly, I'd say no way. There's no way.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't have said no way because he does that to the Mavs,
But, like, it's been easy, too, though.
No, it has been.
And 0 rebounds for Gafford, I mean, he should have to do a naked mile.
It's bad.
I mean, it's ridiculous. You've been out-rebounded only by 4, but that's because Luka has fucking 13 rebounds. Like, we should be beyond the Luka has to lead the team in rebounding.
Yeah.
Dude, the next closest has 6, and it's Kyrie. I mean, they're your whole team today. I get they're your best 2 guys, but
Kyrie averages 6 boards a game, so he's at his average, but, dude, you need Gafford to...
They're a combined 20 of 41, those 2, and the rest of the team is 9 for 54.
Clippers have run great 8
9 for 34.
This game, all game, frankly. Let's see what they have drawn up here. Let's see if the Mavs can
Yeah,
stifle it.
Tyron Lue's coached a good game. He's known when to take timeouts. I know Dallas took that one, but...
Luka tried to flop. He's yelling at David Guthrie.
Wide open 3 for Harden.
He was too busy yelling at the official to go over the fucking screen.
Yeah, that's piss poor by Luka. I bet
that's bad.
I bet they're shooting 100% out of timeouts.
I think they are.
I can't think of a miss. If the Mavs don't score here, they should check out their key guys.
And Luka wants a shooting foul. It doesn't matter because it's the bonus anyway. I mean, what is he doing?
Why did he go on the little roll to George? That feels like a miscommunication almost. Tyron Lue shaking his head yes after that one. He drew that up, man. I will say this, Coop. Jason Kidd's had a good year. That is advantage Clippers in this series. Period.
No question about it.
Tyron Lue is a more proven coach to me in this league. And I know the Clips have come up short, but that's because they've been injured more than anything else. Like, there's no doubt who coached a better game here. First free throw is good. Second one is also good. This is the most unclose 15-point deficit I can ever remember. 33, 13, and 6 for Luka.
Let's see if the Mavs can adjust next game, man. There's a couple of things that they have to get right.
I mean, they got to figure out what they're doing at the 5. That's first thing. And based on how they're finishing this game, I think that they're going to go a heavy dose of Maxey, and I think that's a jump ball, man.
Mavs are going to challenge this.
You have to. Got to challenge.
Oh, I said that 4 times earlier, and he hadn't done it once, so who knows?
I thought this was good defense from Washington.
He also walked.
I mean,
no challenge from Kidd because, of course.
I mean, what do you have to lose?
Take your challenge to the game 2. Ridiculous.
For those wondering, you can't do that. Appreciate everybody tuning in.
Agreed with Rashard Lee, man. Tyron Lue has coached circles around Jason Kidd in this game.
Oh, yeah. That's
not
even close. Every timeout Lue has taken has been impactful. That's the sign of a good coach.
Jason Kidd hasn't used a timeout.
Basically.
Luka going to pull up from 3 here.
All right. Take them all out.
Time to go.
Yep. I would foul intentionally so no one gets hurt. Check them all out.
Get Jaden Hardy in. Get
Omax in.
Get
I don't know why coaches don't do this more. Like, grab the guy and get him out. Because, I mean, what if someone goes up for a rebound and sprains their ankle? I mean, it's just... Or Luka just stepped on Harden's foot. That could have been a turned ankle. Kyrie pull up 3, cashes it. I'm telling you, they're going to lose by 11. You heard it from me 25 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
The most uncompetitive 14-point game right now. Good defense by Luka. Almost got an 8 count. Harden, that's a travel. Apparently not. Norm Powell for 3.
That's a shot clock, though.
The second and fourth quarter defense was good. 22 points allowed in the second, 20 here in the fourth, but 34 and 31 in the first and thirds. Kyrie Mitty, long, gets his own rebound. Good follow. Good pass to Maxey, who made a layup.
Wow, that's surprising.
Uncontested layup. I'm surprised he even shot it. Foul brings it across. Maxey's too slow to get over there for the trap. Harden up top. 12 on the shot clock.
Don't foul yet, and they foul.
Why? I mean, why foul at all? You're just down too much. NBA teams don't miss free throws. Clippers are 11 of 13 from the line. They're not going to miss, and you need them to miss both. They're not even in free throw time yet. I wouldn't foul. Play the 14 out.
They are.
Harden working up top. 6 on the shot clock. This is going to be a step back 3. Oh, no. Got into the paint. Step back Mitty. Turns it over. Passed out of it in the last second. Josh Green drives it up.
Called the foul.
Called the foul.
Clippers could challenge
Clips
this.
might challenge.
They did win their challenge.
It'll be Mavs ball regardless. They got the offensive rebound.
And they will.
They'll challenge. See, that's smart coaching. Why would you not use it? Just like a minute ago with Kidd.
Yep.
No, why would you not use it?
Like,
I know the game's likely over regardless, but like
Rashard Lee said, man, Ty Lue has coached circles around this guy.
I mean, as much as Kidd has improved as a coach this year, I mean, games like this will kind of remind you that, like, there are guys that are just better than him and will always be better than him. Like, Kidd's never, to me, going to be viewed as a top 5 coach in this league.
I'm not sure he'll ever be elite. And you know what? He's not as bad as people say he is either.
No. I think he's a fine NBA coach. Like, he's probably in the top 15 and maybe fringe top 10.
I mean, he has gotten out-coached completely today. Completely outclassed.
9 likes away from 100. Help us get there. Help us get there. Let's go. I mean, again, I think the story of this game, I know Washington's up to 11 here in the fourth. You've gotten zilch
Nothing.
from players not named Luka or Kyrie. Kid's emptying the bench now, it looks like.
Tibor, who's been with us from Slovenia all day, says it's going to be 10 points at the end of the game. People tuned in. Now they'd think it was a close game. You're right.
Yep. I told Coop it kind of reminds me of
Mavs Heat on Christmas.
Mavs Heat on Christmas, the first game after the championship year, where they ended up losing by like 11. They were down 30 the whole game.
The call stood, by the way, although I thought that was good defense by PG.
Green makes the first.
Mavs did empty the bench. Jaden Hardy in the game as well. As is Dwight Powell. I was about to say something ridiculous, and I won't even go there.
Play Powell over Maxey.
I won't go there. Max is in.
I can't say that because Maxey gives you some defense.
AJ Lawson
and
is in as well.
Powell gives you no defense. But
Max getting his first playoff experience. Going to guard Paul George here for the final possession.
at least Powell will roll and pick and roll.
Great. Oh, my God. Omax played great D on him, too. Paul George banks in the three.
Well, there's the more on prize picks.
There
Did Luka get there, by the way? Nope, 52.
Luka hit 52?
Yep.
Oh, my
Hardy
God.
for 3. No good. All right, let's dribble this out, fellas.
Mavs will lose 109-97 final score. They played well. I think they played well in the second half, and it wasn't enough because they got blown out.
Yeah, I mean, they outscored them 67-53 in the second. Better half, but it's also easier to play better when you're down that much. I still don't feel great coming out of this game.
No, not at all. You can't feel great.
I mean, the best thing you could say is that they played hard in the second half. But, like,
Sure, that's not enough.
That's a prerequisite.
Yeah.
Like, you have to – that's the minimum.
It's not enough in the postseason. Yeah, so this from Tim McMahon. Mavs scoring in Game 1 loss to Clippers. Luka Doncic, 33. Kyrie Irving, 31. Rest of roster, 33.
I mean, that is –
it ain't going to get it done, man. It ain't going to get it done. Mavs go down 1-0 to the Clippers. And there are a myriad of problems that they need to get figured out.
Yeah. I mean –
50 hours from now.
I mean, first things first, they got to come out ready to play next time.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it took them 30 minutes to show up.
That's embarrassing. And I know Jason Kidd's not a big press conference guy. I'm curious to see what he says after this one. Because there is no excuse for
How they came.
for what happened in the first 16
And it wasn't
minutes.
just misses. Like,
No.
They did not match the Clippers' energy for about a quarter and a half. They started to in the second, and then they just couldn't make shots. Okay, fair enough. That happens every once in a while. But, like, you can't go 15, 20 minutes of game action and just get hit in the mouth like that without a response. It's just too long. It's way too long.
Way too long.
Sky says, shout out, please. We got you, Sky.
Getting some post-game stats and stuff together. Stay tuned. We're going to do a little post-game show here.
8 points in the second quarter is crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you have a 20-point quarter instead of 8, which 20 isn't even good, you have a shot.
Yep.
You can't score 8 points in a quarter. I would dare to say, Coop, that's the lowest of any team in a game this season. 8?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
I bet it hasn't happened.
Lowest point total in NBA quarter this season. Let's see. Historically, the lowest is 5.
So
The
they
Heat
almost-
and the Nuggets. So only 3 points more than that than a record of all time, not just this season.
It was just a bad performance, man. All around. There's not much more you can say than that.
I'll say it now. Game 2, I think, is a must-win because I don't think Kawhi is going to play Game 2.
Yeah,
You
I'd
can't
agree.
You can't go down 2-0 without Kawhi. Game 2 is a
Okay.
must-win. Brace yourself for a shitty post-game studio. Post-game show, I assume is what you mean.
Yes.
I've seen YouTubers with better post-game studio. I don't know what you mean, post-game studio. I don't know what you mean, Rusty. 30 points in the first half got us. Yeah, I mean, no, you lost this game in the first half.
Yep.
It was too big of a hole to overcome. Hey, can you put final up where the score is?
Yes.
Mavs always interview after the game from that cheap desk. You talking about?
He's talking about the Mavs AAC interview.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that is not the Mavs. That is the American Airlines Center.
I got you, Rusty. Man, what a dreadful game.
It was bad. Almost speechless how bad it was.
The first half was shocking.
Yeah, unbelievable.
We can go through a few stats while Coop's getting some stuff ready. This is Luka Doncic's stat line. Okay game overall. I mean, he needs to be more efficient, obviously. 33 and 13 and 6. 11 to 26. Not horrendous. 42% from the field. I thought he took too many threes, especially early on. They weren't falling. 4 of 12's not horrific overall, but I think it's too many. I would like him to be under 10 threes in most game. I think he can get to the basket almost whenever he wants, and if he doesn't, that's because they're double teaming, and then he can find open shooters. I thought he played a much better second half. Got to some good spots, kind of in like the higher part of the paint, and took advantage of some matchups that he got. So he was fine. Needs to be better. He's not the reason you lost. Didn't do enough to help you win, obviously. So, look, I mean, we're going to talk a lot about the role players not stepping up, but end of the day, Luka and Kyrie are going to have to carry this team. And
they had 33 and 31, and I know, like
they
you
were.
said,
I would say they were good, not great as a tandem.
they were good, not great, and good, not great's not good enough for the Mavs to win.
Well, especially when your role players give you nothing. Like, look, fair or not, your stars got to be great most nights, and they were good, but
Yep.
they weren't great.
All
All right, post-game analysis. You want to get that lower third scoreboard that we can rotate in? It's a good look. We're going to get to our post-game show momentarily. I just want to make sure I've got this right, by the way. Luka and Kyrie, 21 of 44, 10 for 36, the rest of the team. Jesus, I mean, that is
not gonna get it done.
that is all-time bad. All-time bad.
All
right. Let's talk about it. Mavs lose game 1 by 12. Well, that's not how you draw it up, folks. The Dallas Mavericks drop game 1, 109-97, despite no Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers. And to be frank, a 12-point loss doesn't tell the story. He's Jeffrey Cooperstein. I'm Harrison Graham. Welcome into our Mavericks Today post-game show. Coop, there's a million places we could start here. Why don't we just start at the beginning? And because I think that's appropriate here.
Yeah.
This team was not ready to play.
And that is shocking to me because Jason Kidd always has his teams ready to play coming out of the gate, and they were not ready, evidenced by that first quarter, the first 16 minutes of the game. They completely no-showed. They were non-competitive, and that is unacceptable, especially in the postseason. And that's why they lost this game. They lost this game because they didn't come out of the gates at all. They didn't come out of the gate slow. They did not come out of the gate until halfway through the second quarter. And speaking of the second quarter, 8 points in that quarter. I mean, that is unbelievable.
All-time bad.
Yeah, we looked it up before we started the postgame show. The record for lowest points in a quarter in NBA history is 5. They're 3 points off that. It was unacceptable any which way you look at it. The 12-point score line at the end of the game doesn't reflect the outcome that we kind of said was going to happen there at the end as well.
Yeah, I got thoughts, a lot of them here, especially on the slow start in just a moment. But stick with us here. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be back for game 2.
26,000 subs. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
I think tomorrow's video we probably talk adjustments for game 2. We'll come up with something for that because adjustments are going to be needed. Appreciate you guys for helping us reach 26,000. The love and the support is felt. We're trying to be authentic. We get fired up in these games, but hopefully the Mavs can bounce back. We'll kind of flash some stats as we discuss this here. You see Luka's numbers, 33, 13, and 6. I thought he was, I think when you round out the full game, I thought he was good-ish. You know, he started 4 of 9, and then he was down to like 5 of 15.
Yeah.
But after that, he played pretty well. I do want to just give some overall thoughts about how this team came out, though, Coop, because you and I, and especially me, were proponents of, hey, once you're locked into that top 5, even top 6, like if you can get Luka and Kyrie and even some other key guys some rest, I'm all for it. What I'm not for, though, is if you're going to get some extra rest, is for you to not match their goddamn energy to start this game. We gave you some extra time off. You cannot show up sluggish. Otherwise, hey, from now on, I'm changing that philosophy. Hey, you're going to come out and just dick around for 16 minutes of game time. Coop, yes, they could not make shots. That contributed to it. It's a make and miss league sometimes. They did not match the Clippers' energy for the first quarter and a half. That is unacceptable. You're going to have some clunkers shooting-wise. That's fine. You can't no-show with your energy on the road and not be licking your chops with no Kawhi Leonard on the other side and just go through the motions. That's bullshit. That's unacceptable. If Kid doesn't address that, it's going to be a long, long series.
You said it as best as I could, man. It's an absolute problem that they came out with that type of energy, and it starts with your leaders. And I know Luka and Kyrie ended up having a good game, but those guys have to be the ones to set the tone early,
man.
And they didn't. Kyrie got hot in the third and early in the fourth, as he usually does, because that's kind of what he does. Ended up 10 of 18 from the field, 31 points and 7 boards as well. So overall, it was a decent performance from your 2 stars. Those guys scored 33 and 31, and they outscored the rest of the team by almost double.
I mean, look, when you put the full game into a bucket, they were 21 of 44 for 64 points. That's a solid B-plus showing.
Yeah.
Now, if you watch the flow of the game and understand the context and when a lot of these points are scored, you were down 26 at halftime.
Yeah.
It's a little easier to play loose when you're that far down. So, I think context matters here. So I think it was probably more of like a C-plus, B- outing from your top 2. But regardless, A, they got to set the tone better. But B, I don't know who it's going to be, Coop, and it's one game, so I'm not going to make it more than just that. Somebody, though, is going to have to run with these boys. And I don't mean you need 25 points from Tim. You need 20 points from PJ. That's not what I'm saying.
As Jason Kidd famously said after Game 2 of Mavs vs. Suns when they went down, someone's got to participate.
Yeah.
I mean, it is embarrassing what's going on here.
Daniel Gafford, I think this is a good place to go, Coop. This was an embarrassing performance.
Embarrassing.
He only ended up playing 14 points because he got in foul trouble early, and he was just so ineffective. 1 for 4, 3 points, 0 rebounds. Had a nice block at the rim on a dunk attempt from Paul George. Other than that play, he did nothing for you. And when you add in the context of what happened on the flip side, Coop, Ivica Zubac, known Mavs killer. What do we talk about leading up to the series? Hey, you got Lively now. You got Gafford. He might get his sometimes, but you can hold your own at that position. Not today. 10 of 17, 20 points, 15 rebounds for Mr. Ivica Zubac. He goes for 20 and 15. Gafford goes for 3 and 0. You add in Lively, who I get hasn't played in 3 weeks. He's had personal stuff. He had 3 points and 4 rebounds. You got your shit packed at the center position today.
When you get kicked down, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay down or are you going to get back up? Obviously, the Clippers throw the first punch. Daniel Gafford especially. I mean, my God.
He was awful, man.
And we'll talk about Maxi Kleber in a second, but oh boy. I mean, they need... Are they going to have to play Dwight Powell in this series?
Oh,
I hope not, man. But it was awful from the bigs. You overhauled your bigs this offseason.
And at the trade deadline.
And at the trade deadline. So this doesn't happen. It happened.
You cannot lose at the 5 spot that bad again. Now, are you going to win every game at the 5? Probably not, based on what we saw today. But if you lose that badly, it's going to be a long series. What is your one-word reaction to Game 1? I think lethargic is what I would say. To come out that sluggish when you've got an opportunity to set the tone, just be amped up for a series regardless. You weren't in the goddamn playoffs last year, and Kawhi's out, and you just kind of go through the motions. That's no bueno for me. Give me your one-word reaction to this game. Lots more thoughts to come from Coop and I, but first, got to tell you about our partners and sponsors here on today's show, the best daily fantasy sports app that exists in North America. That, of course, is Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. $100. We came 1.5 total, I guess, units short for Luka Doncic. Points, rebounds, and assists. Or actually half short. He ended up with 52. Typical. We hit the other two, so that's disappointing. Would have cashed in about $45 on a $10 entry. But we're back on the horse tonight, Coop. Let's show the other one we got, because that's the beauty of Prize Picks. You don't have to lock yourself into just one lineup. You can keep it rolling. Corey Seager, we got less than 1.5 total bases. He's been a little sluggish recently. We'll take the less. Ottinger and the boys get going on Monday night. We like more than 25.5 saves for the Dallas Stars goalkeeper. Hopefully they can get off to a better start than the Dallas Mavericks. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get that deposit match up to $100. Different sports, pick more, pick less, 2 to 6 player entries. It makes blowouts like this more interesting down the stretch. I'll put it that way. So have some fun. Join us. Link and promo code in the comments and description of this video. I talked about Coop having to find a solution at the 5, and I'm scared that Jason Kidd is going to turn the page to Maxi Kleber, who played the most minutes out of your 3 bigs. Some of those were at the 4, but I would say a lot of them were at the 5. 26 minutes, whereas Gafford played 14 and Lively played 19, Coop. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. It's 4-on-5 offensively with him out there, Coop. I don't know, man. Like, if that's the answer, I don't think you have an answer.
Jason Kidd has shown us time and time again, when Maxi Kleber is healthy, he's going to be the guy that closes the game at the 5. Whether that's fair or not, it's just going to be what it's going to be, I guess, and we're going to have to live with it. But in the year of our Lord 2024, Maxi Kleber should not be closing ball games for the Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, you're just asking so much out of Luka and Kyrie, because teams know they don't have to defend Maxi that close. All they have to do is, hey, if he rolls on a pick-and-roll situation, just be within 5 feet of him, because he's not going to look to score. So, I mean, it's really 4, at best, 4.5 on 5 when he's in the game. So you're asking Luka and Kyrie to just consistently cook in ISO, which obviously they can, but I don't like it. He doesn't rebound. He's a good-ish defender. I get it, but like, you're going to need one of Gafford to give, or Lively to give you more in this series. Otherwise, I mean, you're in trouble, because I don't think Maxi is going to give you the production you need. 26 minutes per game, Coop. I think you need that to cut in half if you're going to have a chance to win this series.
You're in big trouble, man. I think you start Dereck Lively in game 2, see what he gives you, and then you go to Gafford. But, Jason Kidd, like I said, has shown time and time again, he trusts Maxi Kleber to do the job, and I think you'll see more of him. I don't think you should. I think that should have been the last we see in the rotation. I considered for a brief second that Dwight Powell get in this rotation. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't think you can go there, because Maxi is going to give you some defense at least. But
I'm just very surprised that we are back at this point where we are considering what their options are at the 5 after we
to stop Ivica goddamn Zubats, man. I mean, how can you not stop this guy? It's unreal. And here's what's also discouraging. Paul George was okay.
He was average.
22 and 6, 8 of 20 from the field. I mean, no Kawhi, and you get your shit packed. I mean, that's disappointing. This is just the killer. I mean, we've mentioned it 50 times already, but you just get killed by this guy.
When he sees that Mavs logo, something turns on in that brain, and it explodes.
It was an easy 22.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Like, it's not like
he didn't have to work for it.
He didn't have to work that hard. A lot of offensive rebounds, I feel like. Yeah, 4 offensive rebounds. I mean, even when he would miss, they wouldn't clean it up. He'd get his own rebound, or someone else would. I mean, it's discouraging, man. It's one game, but this feel like you came into this series not only favored from our opinion standpoint, but from a betting standpoint. After one game, I don't think you're a severe underdog, but you're definitely an underdog.
Now.
Like, I mean, it was that alarming of a performance from the Dallas Mavericks today. And, I think players have to make plays, but you got out-coached by a wide margin.
Circles.
How impactful were Ty Lue's timeouts in this game?
Every timeout Ty Lue called, they ran a fantastic ATO play, and they got an easy bucket, and it was one of the main differences in the game. Ty Lue looked like a coach that was prepared and poised. Jason Kidd did not. There were multiple plays in the first quarter, first half, where Jason Kidd could have used his challenge. He elected not to. Could have swung the game. He didn't use his timeouts either to stop any of the bleeding. I thought Jason Kidd looked like a deer in headlights in this game. And to be frank, I am surprised by that as well, because I thought Jason Kidd had a pretty good year coaching-wise. But, man, it was the alarm bells were sounding in my head after this one.
Graded his coaching job today, A, B, C, D, or F. I think like most of the team, I mean, it's a D or an F. Like, I'm not saying Jason Kidd, like, if he coaches better, like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a massive change in the result.
But he is just as culpable as anybody else.
I just don't like. I understand he believes in his players. You know, work yourself out of a rut. I get that to a certain extent, but like, feel the game a little,
Yeah,
dude. The
exactly.
crowd's getting involved. You're not getting good looks offensively. You're sluggish defensively in that first quarter and a half. Like, do something to leave a mark on the game as the coach. And you're just sitting over there with your arms crossed like this for the whole first half, and you're just like, dude.
I know that's his demeanor as we kind of wrap things up here as well. And he, like you said, he empowers his players to kind of just go out there and do it. But, dude, at some point, you got to feel the game slipping away, and you got to do something about it. I don't think he was good enough in Game 1, and I hope that changes in Game 2. A couple of the main adjustment I make is I think you start Dereck Lively. I think he gets those minutes to start at least. And I think you play Josh Green in the very limited minutes.
I had the same thought. Gave you some energy defensively.
And that is enough for me to say, all right, I think he needs to play. Tim Hardaway, he wasn't good. He wasn't bad. He was there, and that's about it. I think those are the two main adjustments you make. And, man, you have to come out with a fire under your ass in order to go win this game, too. You got
to play it. Your season's on the line in Game 2.
I said Game 1 was a must-win without Kawhi Leonard. This is an actual must-win now.
And by the way, I don't think Kawhi plays Game 2. And if I'm the Clippers, I'm probably not playing him.
Yeah, agreed.
So, Game 2 is huge. Season potentially on the line. Hit the subscribe button. Tough Game 1 loss. And, again, I will say this. Tomorrow's video, we kind of just gave you a tease. We'll probably look at some potential adjustments that need to be made as a topic of choice, because you're going to need them, because just running it back with your game 1 plan is not going to work. All right, Mavs lose 109-97. They trail 1-0 in the series. Hopefully a long series to come, but, man, that was a tough start.
All right. Shout out to all 114 people that are still sticking with us.
And I do agree, Coop, to an extent. Like, you can't make things more than what they are. One game is one game, but not all one games are created equal.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, they didn't have their best player. You didn't find many adjustments. You got your ass beat. Like, if you went out there and lost this game 115-112, and it was back and forth the whole time, and Harden's cooking, making all these tough shots, I mean, okay, like, sure, but, like, that's not what it was. And, like, yeah, you played a better second half than them, but, like, you can kind of coast a little bit when you're up 26 at halftime. And I'm not saying the Clippers intentionally coasted, but players are human. When they're up 25, you might go 90% instead of 100. Like,
100%, yeah.
Complacency stands in a little bit. So I'm not going to overvalue that second half from Dallas. I'm just not going to do it.
I agree with that.
I'm not going to say you didn't find anything, but it's not like your role players found something. Luka and Kyrie kind of just started playing better.
Like we said at the end of the game, they competed, but that's the prerequisite.
Dude, that's
the absolute
you're a paid
baseline.
Professional. Like,
Yeah.
that's the minimum. So
I do believe I want to touch on this one thing before we head out. Josh Green, I legitimately think he was the third best player on the Mavs, and he played less than 8 minutes.
I think he led to 2 steals. One of them was his own, and no, he had 2 steals on his own and a block in 9 minutes.
I think he has to play. I think you have to put him out there and see what you have, because holy fuck.
Derrick Jones gave you nothing. What if P.J. Washington or Derrick Jones is going to have to give you something? I know Washington ended up with 11 points. They were not impactful.
It was bad overall, man. It was horrible. Yeah, I think we will be back tomorrow for sure with the video on the adjustments Jason Kidd needs to make. There's no shortage of them. So we'll have that going as well.
Yeah, if there's a Kawhi update, we'll have that in there also.
We'll have that there, yeah. We'll see what comes out of the postgame here. Maybe there's a Gafford injury update, perhaps. So we'll see. We appreciate you guys sticking with us, though. Huge shout-out to all you MFFLs out there.
We'll be back Tuesday for sure. We're still working out the kinks for beyond that.
I think we'll be back Thursday, but don't want to commit to anything completely.
Friday, right?
Friday, yes. Excuse me, Friday. All right, cool. We'll see you tomorrow with the video on the channel. And until then, let's go Mavs, baby.